Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, Challenger Scorpion, Space Wolves versus Orks. Right, so welcome to this 2,000 points game. It's Challenger Scorpion. Patrick Darling has returned. He's been working on some new armies, and one of those armies is Space Wolves here. So a classic matchup, Orks against Space Wolves. One of the classic matchups going a long way back in 40k, so look forward to seeing the brand new army that he has to take on Gut Rippers lads here, the double war boss here for the Orks. So before I run through the list here for the Orks, we'll call out the patrons at gold level, get names shouted out at the start of all of our games, and a patronic dice to use at some critical point during the game. So that's Andrew Swan, Bjork the Zog Puncher, Gary Kunkel, Thrall of the Silent King, Charles Cranford, Chris Comiskey, Chris Heim, Dave Humphries, Drew Gums, Dylan Moore, Unstoppable, Longbow BB, Luke Schwingel, Marcus Anthony, Maxwell Knuckles, Nathan Paxton, Nicholas Lucas, Paul Cook, Peter Almo, Ray Cross, Samuel Pananeri, Scott Costello, Serg, the artist formerly known as Veej, Travis and Jen, Tyler Schwab, Tyler Summers, and Darren Gardner. So big thanks to them for their support at gold level. At the end of the game, I'll call out the silver level patrons. You can check out the end credits for all the patrons, including those supporting at bronze. And all the proceeds go to help support the channel and also SSWG Wargames Club, where we are filming at the moment. So all the proceeds here at SSWG helps create new terrain. They use the funds from Patreon to get a hold of new terrain, and we can use that on the channel. So it helps keep the new terrain projects coming through. So for the Orks, it's Goths I'm running here. It's an extra +1 on the charge, and 6 is pop extra hits in close combat. Double patrol, so -2 CP. 2 relics, 2 warlord traits being taken. So I've got no CP at the start as of the game, apart from the one you get at the start of each turn. So Orks draining their CP here, but the relics are potent enough and just need the structure of the army for the unit choices that I've taken. HQ choices I'm running 4. First is the warlord here is Gut Ripper. He's in charge. It's Power Claw being taken for him, being upgraded to the Killer Claw relic. Then Brutal but Cunning is the warlord trait being taken for him as well. Then a second war boss, it's Grog the Whopper. Arda's Now's, it's the war boss in Mega Armor. Arda's Now's is his warlord trait, so -1 to the wound rolls against him. And the Crushing Armor is the relic, which will give him D3 mortal wounds on the charge on a 2+ of his shoulder barge attack. Then he'll also get +1 to his armor saves, which is already at 2+, and a 4+ invulnerable save for him. Then taking the Big Mech in Mega Armor, it's the third HQ choice. Teleporter Blaster being taken for him, and Custom Mega Blaster, Power Claw. And then the fourth HQ choice is the Weird Boy. And then taking Psychic Powers, Fists of Gork, and Warpath being taken for him. Then for troops choices, 3 units of Ork Boys, 3 squads of 10, each with a knob with a big chopper. The rest have sluggers and choppers. One of them with no dedicated transport, and then 2 of the squads taking trucks with big shooters. Then for elites, Mega Knobs running 5 of those, custom shooters and power claws for them. Then for elites taking a regular unit of knobs, cheap unit, all of them taking big choppers, squad of 5. And then for fast attack, squad of 10 Storm Boys, no upgrades. A squad of 5 Death Copters with their copter rockets and spinning blades. And the third fast attack option is Bikers. So a squad of 3, minimum size squad of 3. The squad leader, the knob, it's the Forge World model, just using the Zog model here, but it's just going to be a regular boss, and taking a Power Claw on him. And then on to heavy supports, a Battle Wagon, paying the points to give it hard case, so it's not open topped and it gets toughness 8. Then paying for a Death Roller as modelled, no shooting options for it, and then also taking the upgrade that gives it a 3+ save and a 5+ invulnerable save, Fortress I think it's called. Then a Death Dread, giving it the Orkimatic Pistons, +3 inches move, +1 to advance and charge rolls. And then guns, mech guns, 2 squads of 2 with their custom mega cannons. That's the list here for the Orks. It's done well on the channel, a variety of games, but a fresh challenge for them here against a frosty army of Space Wolves. We'll take a look now and see what Patrick Darling has in his new Space Wolf army. All right, so congratulations to Patrick Darling here. He's put another army together. I'm a big fan of Space Wolves. He's got his own completely different style here with these different lists. It'll be fascinating to see how well these get on. We will let him run through what he has. To see more of these, Patrick's got his own YouTube channel. So plenty of content here for the Space Wolves, plus the other armies that he runs as well. So you'll either see that in the video description or Patrick will leave it as a comment here in this video. You can check out his YouTube channel, which is Winter Wizard
7.
Winter Wizard 7. You can search for that, or you can click on the link and you can see his content for his Space Wolves and the other armies as well. But Patrick's been on the channel a good number of times here. Death Guard, you've used.
We've done Death Guard a couple of
AdMech.
and AdMech.
That's right. And now Space Wolves, and possibly another army as well at some point coming through. All right, so let Patrick run through what he has.
Alright, so this is my 2000 points of Space Wolves, known as the Great Company of Frostpaws. So it's a double patrol, so we've immediately spent 2 CP there. So we'll kick off with the Warlord, the Jarl. This is Mjolnir Thunderhowl, but on paper that translates as Argic Rockfist. He takes the Warlord trait, Resolve of the Bear, so that gives him 6 up Feel No Pain. You cannot reroll the wound or the damage against him. His saga is he needs to lose a wound and then he'll generate a 6-inch aura of 6 up Feel No Pain for all core units around him. So that's the Jarl. He's actually a strength 5 Space Marine, so his hammer is going to be strength 10. He rerolls hits against characters. His hammer is normally damage 3, but if you're a character it becomes damage 4. His relic shield gives him a 3 up Invuln as well. And he also has the Battle Leader aura as well, so friendly core units within 6 can reroll wound rolls of 1. So that's what he does as well. Second leader, second HQ choice, we've got, this is Gandir Stormcrow, which translates on paper as Njal Stormcaller. So he's an absolute beast of a psyker. He's got 3 powers. He can reroll Deny the Witch test, gets +1 within 12 for a Psychic HUD. And he gets +1 to his cast as well. Powers he's going to take Instincts Awoken, which is going to be able to put me in the Assault Doctrine nice and early. He's also going to take Murderous Hurricane, which points at something and says that they fight last, and that they can't do Overwatch unless they're within cover. And he'll also take Living Lightning, which is a bit like Smite, but it can zip out and touch stuff. So a nice psychic presence there. And then the last, another HQ, we've got Floki Firemane, who's one of my favourite characters. But he is a Wolf Priest. So, do you know what a Wolf Priest is?
Yes.
Testing you now.
I have one. I should know.
So it's a chaplain, but also has apothecary duties.
That's right.
So that's what he does. This is a Lucas the Trickster conversion, so that's why he looks that way. But yeah, he's used as a Wolf Priest. He's paid the points for Master of Sanctity, giving him the Warlord trait that goes along with that. So he's casting his litany. He's on a 2 instead of a 3. He's got the extra 1. He's carrying a combi melter, which is named the Breath of Morkai. And what was the other thing? So his litanies that he's taking Canticle of Hate, which is the +2 to charge thing, and and he's also taking Exaltation of Rage, which gives you +1 to wound. And he's also taking the Wolfenstone relic, so he's got a nice aura of reroll charges, and once per game a unit can get their Savage Fury thing on a 5 instead of a 6. Last HQ we've got is over here. This is Ragnarok Blizzard Hand, but on paper that translates as Bjorn the Fell-Handed. So tough to say. He's carrying the multi-melter there. He's just a general all-round beast, and he's got the Captain aura as well, so reroll hit rolls of 1. After that, we'll go for elites. We've got 2 units of Wolfguard Terminators here. There's a squad here led by Sigurd Dawnhammer, and they are all carrying combi melters. And over here, you've got another squad of Wolfguard Terminators. There's a Thunderhammer on the leader, and Lightning Claws on the rest. So I don't know if I specified this. He's got the Thunderhammer, the rest have got combi melters.
Yep.
And then Thunderhammer, Lightning here. Over there, we've got 5 Thunderwolf Cavalries, led by Stefan Linebreaker with a hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rest of them have got lightning claws, and they've all got shields, of course. So the Thunder Cab, they are what's called swift hunters, which means that they can advance
Advance and charge, yes, yeah.
Elites over here as well. We've got a squad of 5 Wolfen, led by the White Wolf there with the Frost Claws, and the rest have got Thunderhammer and Storm Shields. And then over here, this is another character. This is Ivor the Bone Taker, which translates on paper as Murderfang.
Yeah, Murderfang. Oh boy.
So he's a bit of a nutter, but that's what he does. We've got 2 individual Cyber Wolves here, Autumn and Summer over there.
Yeah.
But that's all they do. 15 points to sit around and do a little bit of grunt work. Very nice indeed. And then troops options. 2 units of Grey Hunters. They are exactly the same. Pack Leader takes a power axe, and then there is a Terminator in here as well. This is very, very nice. And then over there, squad of 8 Blood Claws, and they are going to be jumping in the party wagon here, the drop pod, and they'll be going in there with Floki. So 8 Blood Claws and Floki in the drop pod. So we spent 2 CP for another patrol, and then it's another 1 for a Waller tray, another 1 and 1 for a relic. So we've got 1 left.
Okay.
And that comes to 1993 points in total.
Alright, so that's Patrick's list. It'll be fascinating to see how they get on. Boasting a load of characters here, very strongly themed. Nice paint job as well. Tricky with the Space Wolves, whether to go for snow or not, but these are frosted up properly. It fits in very well. If you look at the artwork on the front cover, look at the artwork here for the Space Wolves, these fit in very nicely indeed. It's got the right kind of theme, colour scheme going on with these. Characters I am familiar with, others not so much. I think it's a debut for him on the channel. We've not seen Rockfist, and it's your own character, but we haven't seen that one before. So as a Space Wolves player, I'll be watching with interest to see how these get on. There's an awful lot of 4+ invulnerable saves here for this army.
Storm Shields is a bit of a theme here, and I've tried to get some melters in there as well.
Yes.
Most of the damage will be in combat.
Right. Well, the Orks will oblige with that one. We'll go on to scenario and deployment in just a moment. We'll call out the Phoenix Lords. There's 10 of them here. We've gone for 5 on each side. Michael Fryer onto the Thunderwolf Cavalry as a Space Marine player. Chef Something Choppy. It's a bit of a whisk here on the front, so Chef Something Choppy there onto Bjorn, but I need to call him by the correct name, which is
Ragnarok Blizzard Hand.
Blizzard Hand. I'll do Longbow BB onto this Terminator squad across here.
For the Decker, the Longbow.
Fine, yes,
the
with the melters, yeah, gotcha. Serg across there onto the Wolfen, and then Amy Ammo's been put onto the Bone Taker.
I thought she might appreciate being on the craziest of them all.
Okay, so that's Phoenix Lords allocated. And then around the other side for the Orks, I had 5 Phoenix Lords here. Ben Shaw's gone onto the choppers. We've put Daniel Cunningham onto the Death Dread. Lucas Brown's gone onto the Meganobs. And then the 2 war bosses. JP, brutal but cunning, bit sneaky here. We've got Ripper. We've put him onto Gut Ripper here for this game. And then Chris Comiskey has gone onto Grog here for this game. These 2 war bosses raring to go against the Space Wolves, but there's some tough characters out there, and Orks need to be careful, for the hunters may well become the hunted in this game. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next for this challenge battle. Alright, so we have a mission here, randomly determined. It's Warzone Nephilim, Strike Force size game. So deployments are looking like this. It's Death and Zeal, this one. So, Space Wolves marked by as Patrick's custom dice here, marking his deployment zone over in that corner. And then over across the other side is the deployment zone for the Orks, marked by the red dice. Then objectives on the board, and so 1 dead centre, just marked there in the middle. We're using James's markers here. There's a squig next to it just to mark the centre of the table. And then at home objective each, there's the home objective there for the Space Wolves, 1 here for the Orks, and then No Man's Land, 1 on each corner, so 1 across there, and then 1 across here for this side of the board on the right hand side of the Ork deployment zone. So for this mission, primary objectives take and hold the control of 1 or more objective marked at the start of the command phase. This is turn 2 onwards, it's worth 4 points. 2 or more is worth another 4 points. If you control more than the opponent, it's worth another 4 points on top of that. Then on top of that is direct assault. So the end of each player's turn, this is turn 1 onwards, the player whose turn it is scores 2 victory points if they satisfy one of the following conditions, or they get 3 points if they do both. So the first option is the control of every objective marker on the battlefield, or to grab a new objective marker that they didn't control on the previous turn. And the other option is they destroyed at least one enemy unit that was within range of an objective marker at the start of their turn. So hunt down objectives, destroy targets, units that are on top of objectives is the aim of the game. Each of us needs to choose 3 secondaries as well. We'll mention terrain. So add area, terrain, light, cover for these ruins, and the usual rules for ruins. Also, because of the size of them, we'll play them as obscuring, so plenty of those dotted about the table. Uniform armoured containers, here I'll play the VATs as that as well. Fences, just to slow things down. I'll play this one as a crater, and that's pretty much it for the terrain on the board. So that's the mission. We have the terrain, have the deployment zone, and we'll now go on to choose 3 secondaries each. Alright, so secondaries have been chosen. Assassination has been taken here by the Orks. As expected, Space Wolves taking lots of characters, so we'll put a price on their head. Psychic Interrogation being taken, so the weird boy is going to have another go with that secondary if he can concentrate and interrogate psychically any of the characters within 24. Stomp 'em good, a bit risky for the Orks here with the Space Wolves having a taste for close combat as well, but we've taken that one if we can kill more stuff in close combat. To match that, or something similar is Grind Them Down. Patrick's taken. It's trying to kill more stuff than the Orks. Glory Kills being taken, which is rewards for killing and wounded pretty much everything on the board. And then Warrior Pride being taken here, one of the unique options for the Space Wolves for secondaries. So that is secondaries chosen for both sides. We'll now start alternating placing units on the board next. I just mentioned the battle mat and terrain. Battle mats from gamemat.eu, and we're also using the pre-painted terrain sets from them. So it's the Chem Zone terrain sets for those yellowed buildings across there. These containers also, these yellow containers and boxes from them also. So you can check out gamemat.eu for a wide supply now of battle mats, all different shapes and sizes, double-sided mats available from them as well. And then also check out their pre-painted terrain sets. Link for them in the video description below. Alright, so deployment done here for the Orks. So that over in this corner, splitting up into these 2 horns of the buffalo here with the Orks. So Grog the Whopper with a heavier armor on the right hand side. So over on this side, Gut Ripper, inside this truck with the squad of 5 knobs. Then to his left is another truck with 10 boys and also the big mech in mega armour. The guns are stationed here on the road. There's a brilliant view all the way up the board. We'll see what Space Wolf units emerge from there. But I don't want to stick the guns too far towards the front because of the threat of deep striking units. So we've kept those there at the back. Copters sheltering. I want to try and protect these. Bikers sheltering at the back here as well. And then this cluster of units on the right hand side. Truck across here with Grog. Battle wagon with boys inside, and also mega knobs, boys inside of the truck here as well. Storm boys sheltering at the back. This terrain's quite useful for blocking line of sight. Disembarked, or kept him outside the transport vehicle. So that's the weird boys just there. And then finally the Death Dread here, just sheltering next to the battle wagon, quite central here, just figuring out where to go with him. So that's all of the units inside their transport vehicles for the Orks. No deep strikers, no outflankers, anything like that for the Orks at all. Everything they have is on the board. So for the Space Wolves, bear in mind they've got plenty of deep striking units here. So drop pod, inside there is the Lucas the Trickster model, who is Floki, Firemain. Blood Claws have gone with him. There's a combo here that Patrick's going to use: Deep Strike, Disembark, Grant plus 2 inch to the charge with those. Put them into Assault Doctrine as well, so tasty enough unit.
And the Wolfenstone will reroll charges, so 7 inch rerollable charge.
7 inch rerollable charge of the Wolfenstone. So that's just nice combo to try and overcome that 9 inch difficult charge for Deep Strikers. Rock Fist as well, Deep Striking in. Yes. Thunderhell. And then the Terminators with the combi as melters for those, so deep striking in with them. So for the Space Wolves, Grey Hunters inside the ruin across here. Thunderwolf Cavalry here getting ready to move down the road in that direction. Terminator Squad across here with all the Storm Shields. The Jar Stormcaller just behind them. Gandia Stormcrow with the Crow model modelled onto the model. The Bone Taker.
Yes.
Okay, behind, or Murderfang. One of the wolves here, it's a cyber wolf.
Yes.
1 and 2. Blizzard Hand across here, Grey Hunter's next to him, and then the Wolfen on the extreme left-hand side getting ready to move out. You can imagine, I think it's going to be the case that both armies are going to seek to flow around this main piece of terrain across here. Orcs have their own force ready to come around this direction, Space Wolves moving out to meet them, and expect to fight across here as well. So it's kind of a whirlwind of gore, potentially, here. The frosty composure of the Space Wolves against the ramshackle, bumbling horde of the Orks. The two sides, no doubt, will collide quite soon. So terrain playing a large feature here in this game. Both sides are going to have to navigate that as much as they can. But an interesting combo here for the Space Wolves. Deep striking elements available on turn 1 and turn 2 with the Terminators. We'll roll up now to see who goes first. It's hard to... I don't know. Would you rather go first?
I'm not sure.
I think the Space Wolves would be comfortable enough. For the Orcs, I'd rather go second, I reckon. I think both of us might want to go second.
I think I'd rather go second, but I'm not sure.
I'm Xenos, you're the guest. After you or after me. Simultaneous. 1 and 4. Space Wolves will go first. Orcs will sit and watch to see what the Space Wolves decide to do. There's this stuff to move. There's a drop pod to come in. Does it have to come on turn 1, or you can choose? You can choose.
Just choose. Yeah.
Right, okay, so it may come and it may not. We'll see what happens, but it will be the Space Wolves that go first. Their turn 1 coming up next. Right, so turn 1 movement here for the Space Wolves. It has been tricky. Patrick would rather have gone second here to see what the Orcs do, but he's had to go first here. Keeping the Deep Strikers off the board. There was the option to bring the drop pod on, but he's saying it's too dangerous at this stage. They're going to keep them where they are. They're a threat now for the Orcs, possibly coming down turn 2 onwards. They can be joined by the Terminators and a character as well. So Thunderwolf Cavalry, was it advanced by these? Yeah, so swung out and grabbed this objective across here. It's going to pick up points for Patrick. Then the Grey Hunters.
The Caval's been slowed, but they rolled pretty well. So.
Yeah, we're playing -2 for crossing the barricades or jumping over them. Then across here moved the Grey Hunters into the cover. Then this Terminator squad, it's gone inside the building across here. Cyborg here. This one's hidden behind the building. It's just tucked around there. And then the 2 Dreadnoughts pushing forwards. Yes. Grey Hunters in front of them, Wolfen in front of them as well.
So Railroad has just entered the ruins, so he might be able to get
see through. Sure. So that's the view of the Space Wolves here. Not crossing out onto this road yet. Remember, all the Ork artillery's up there. Although the Ork artillery now can see into the ruin against some of these targets. But that is movement done. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next to the Space Wolves on their first turn. Okay, Murderous Hurricane. This is the point of the advance, was to get in range of this. So if that's played on this, it will force it to fight last. Patrick's trying to prepare for this thing charging in across in that direction. If it does, it'll be shut down. So clever enough preparation here from the Space Wolves.
So he's a 6, but he is the Lord of the Tempest, so he gets +1 to his cast.
5s, nice and straightforward. 9, 10. I'm out of range to stop it. Weird Boy's just here, he's out of range, so that will go ahead.
Lovely.
So we'll puff it up. Storm Clouds brew here on top of the battle wagon.
Then we're going to do Instincts Awoken to try and put the Terminators in the Assault Doctrine again, just anticipating.
And that's this squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we charge them, Patrick wants them in the Assault Doctrine ready. So a bit of preparation here from the Wolves.
Doesn't go off.
5, yeah. So a precious CP reroll.
I will just leave that alone.
Okay. Yeah, Patrick had spent one of the command rerolls. He's only got 1 point here, or 1 CP, because of the reroll for
Yeah, we didn't mention it.
the Psycho.
I rerolled the advance to try and get him in range of that Murderous Hurricane thing.
Yep. Okay. Psychic Phase, anything else?
No.
Alright, Psychic Phase finished. Alright, so Shooting Phase is next. So only Blizzard Hand to shoot across here. So similar to my Space Wolves army, not really geared up for shooting. It's more close combat based is the option here, which it should be for Space Wolves. They're designed to get their teeth sunk in, literally. So it's a double, it's 2 shots of a melter.
Multi-melter, that's right. 24 inches.
Into the storm.
Into the storm.
Okay, here it comes.
Hit on 2s.
2s for hits. So that big single
7 snowflake
is a 1. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so 1 hit, 1 miss so far. Do you get -1 to hit rolls for firing into the storm? No. Okay.
I am contemplating a method to re-roll it, but
Can leave it, okay.
Precious at the moment.
And a wound.
Keep frosty. That's a 6.
Alright, so that comes through. I'll turn to a 5+ invulnerable save and we'll go Patronic. Bjork de Zog Punchar here for the Orks, so 5+ would be useful. No, I've got a CP reroll. Which I could, it's not too scary really. D6 damage. God, so no. I'll leave it. I will use self-control to say no.
Shall I Patreon this perhaps?
You can go Patreon for sure. So we'll look for some Space Wolf sympathisers here. Right, so Patrick's using the Longbow BB dice. Blood Angels player. That'll do for this one. I don't think there's any Space Wolf Patreons. There's usual generic Space Marine supporters and Imperial supporters, but Space Wolves, no. No friends here. 2. Okay. So be it. That's it. 2 wounds taken, dropping to 14 on the battle wagon. Alright, shooting phase finished. No charges to take place, so that means the turn comes to an end. Space Wolves have made their move. They've grabbed a couple of objectives and have surged ahead. I think the Orks will be happy enough with the current situation. We'll hand over to them next. We know the movements now of the Space Wolves and a chance for the Orks to react. Question is, do they declare a WAG? They could reach their targets with an advance. We'll see. We'll calculate points, see if any have been picked up here by either side. Alright, so turn comes to an end. Points coming in, just the 2 points for grabbing a new objective, and that's it. 2 points to 0 at this stage. We'll hand over to the Orks. Their turn 1 next. Alright, so movement for the Orks here. We haven't declared a WAG. We'll have to see whether that was a mistake or not, but we're sort of gearing up for it next turn. Just conscious that if we burst out of our transports now, it will be sort of a disjointed attack, and the Space Wolves have got plenty of reserves to come in. They can counter punch quite powerfully here. Character Dreadnought, similar to how I play the Space Wolves, they can move through and cause havoc for Ork units. So I'd rather try to save up the initiative perhaps for the Orks, but it's difficult to call on this one. So we've manoeuvred here, we've got some firepower available. We're going to rely on that a fair bit here for the shooting phase. So Truck with Grog and the Knobs, or the boys inside, has moved across in this direction, just tucking behind the terrain. Same with the Storm boys. The Death Dread's moved across here. Getting within range 24 with the Weird Boy pushing up as well. Bikers have kept at the back for now, just for backdoor duty, just for the danger of deep strikers coming in. The copters have jumped out and moved across. There's a firing gap through here, or indeed they can fire across in this direction. Then I've moved the battle wagon around. It's linked up nicely with the disembarked Big Mech in Mega Armour, who's then restored all the wounds back onto that, so it's back up to 16. The guns have pushed forwards, a few targets for them, and not disembarking but pushing around. The truck in front advanced onto the objective, but staying at a healthy enough distance away for heroic interventions from the Thunderwolf cavalry, and Gut Rippers, Knobs and himself inside the truck have moved around just up to the edge of the fence there. That's what we've done for the Orks, but the Horns of the Buffalo have moved around, positioning themselves here for the fight, but not committing at this stage. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. So here we go, Psychic Interrogation here from the Weird Boy. It goes off on an 11.
Well, I will.
You may as well add, so Patrick can roll up. Ooh, 6 and 1.
Staff of the Stormcaller, or Stormcrow, means he can re-roll deny the witch hunters.
Give it a go.
Nope.
No, right, so that goes off. I think that's going to beat your leadership, so actually going to get 3 victory points and a CP bonus. All right, not too bad. Well done to the Weird Boy. Who knows what question he asked? What's the weather like? What's today's forecast? Okay. So Psychic Phase finished. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next for the Orks. So we'll stick with the plan for shooting. I've got a cluster of firepower here in the middle for the Orks. So the Big Mech and Mega Armour, I'm going to fire everything that we have. That's the Teleport Blaster and the Custom Mega Blaster. Going to go into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. They're dangerous enough, but we've got some heavy guns against them here. So Teleport Blaster, we'll do all the shooting from him. We'll go Raycross, because the model is his inspiration, his idea, so now he can shoot. So D6 number of shots from Raycross. 3. Looking for 4s for our shots, and we've hit just the once. We'll wound on 3s, and we've failed to wound. Okay, then we'll go. I'm gonna CP on it early on, but I'm gonna CP roll that wound. 3+. Okay, it goes through. So there's an invuln save of 4+ to make here from a Storm Shield.
What is the damage?
Damage of 3 on this one.
4 up.
Yeah, 4+. Passed. Okay, so on the other side of the containers, it's a 4. Okay, we'll go D3 shots with the Custom Mega Blaster. 3 shots. This is Raycross firing here. And we've got a hit. Completely cocked dice, which will reroll. And missed. Oh boy, 3s to wound. No, it's not so good from him. Done it again. Relied upon Orks of firepower. Not such a good idea. Well, have a go, but nothing coming through. And invuln save pass. So well done so far. The shields hold, but they're starting to be tested now for the Wolves. So I reckon, looking at these, firepower from these, if we fire into those Terminators who have Storm Shields, they won't get Armour of Contempt because they've got the Storm Shield, but they will get +1 for the Armour save for the Storm Shield, and they'll also get cover. It's going to be a 2-up save against these rockets. If you fire the rockets across here, it'll be a 4+ save after all the modifiers. So I think we're going to have to fire the whole lot into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. We'll try and cut them down with rockets here. So this is the number of shots. It's 10d3. So that's 6, 10, 14, 18, 20, 21 shots here, needing 5s. Alright, so we'll see what kind of hits we can get. This is a big roll here for the Orks. So 5s and 6s are good. Yeah, there's a few. There's a good few here. Not too bad at all. It's above average. Good luck for 3s to wound. Oh boy. Alright, there's 8. That's a lot. 8 4+s. I could see some Wolves brought down here. They're 4 wounds each though, so it's going to take more than just the one rocket to bring them down. So 4+s are good. The large frosty marks, the singles are 1s, so 5 taken, yeah. So it's going to be 2 dead and 3 wounds on another at this point.
2 damage a piece, is it?
3 damage a piece.
3 damage.
Yeah, they're dangerous enough. That's painful. Squad's been hit here. Whether to CP reroll a save on one or not. Tough enough. Yeah, tough choice. 2 slain and 3 wounds on another. Good boy. He's going to do it 50-50. You can go Patronic on this if you want to, if it's that important. Plenty of Imperial players. Maxwell Knuckles is Imperial, Marcus Anthem is Imperial. There's Tyler Schwab, a Necron player with a regular, reliable 4+, which is what you're looking for.
That's all I need, really. So we'll see if...
Tyler Schwab, see if you can help Patrick, yep. 4+ required. It's big enough roll. And he's got it. And what has he scored? A 4. just as we said. Well done. The reputation continues. Okay, so good from him. Saved. Those wounds can be taken off. Interesting development here on the guns. I've lost target now. Patrick's moved those 2 models from place that shut him down. He can see across the Thunderwolf Cavalry. They can as well, but I might go across here against Wolfen. Dangerous enough. Rather kill them with shooting than get locked in combat with those. But we'll fire 1 gun from this battery across here. We'll go Patronic. We need a good results if we can. We'll go Surg on this one. So number of shots here. Straight D6. 2. Below average. 4s for hits. We get a hit. We don't overheat. We'll try and wound on a 3. Surg. We do. Alright. So another 50-50 here. This is AP -3 on this one. So 4+ required. It's a 6, blocked. Well done. We'll see if the Grots can manage that. We're going to fire 1 gun at each. So 1 gun against the Orphan, 1 against the Thunderwolf Cavalry. So we're going to play it that way. We'll go Patronic here as well. So Samuel Penaneri for this one. This is into the Wolfen. D6 number of shots. It's still a straight D6, just the size of the unit. 6 shots from him. They're very random, these guns. There could be trouble here if we get our hits. 4s. Alright, so we've got 2 hits and we'll take a mortal wound, so we'll drop down to 5. And those 2 hits will be 2s to wound. I think your toughness is 4. So 1 wound comes through, and Patrick can try and make a 4+ invulnerable save here.
We'll take a Tronic here, I think.
We're low on Space Wolves, but plenty of Imperial players. These are all Imperial up here. Luke Schwengel. Oh, this is an Imperial saving throw dice. Unstoppable. So you can roll him. So 4+, half a chance here for the unstoppable dice. No. Okay. It is D6 damage though, so we'll roll up our damage. It's a 4, which is exactly what we were... No, 3 we're looking for. So 1 Wolfen slain. Not too bad, but 1 of them brought down. The next gun, into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. Travis and Jen. 6 for number of shots would be great. It is a 6. Oh, gasp. Horror from the Space Wolves here. 4s for hits. Oh, that's about one of the best slots of hitting I've seen from one of these guns. Good for the Grots. We'll try and wound on 3s. Yeah, 2 don't go through. So 3 invuln saves of 5+. This is big. Oh, 4+, sorry, go ahead. 4s and 4s required. Passing 2, well done. Good recovery. Just the 1. And the damage is from Travis and Jen. Got 1. So obliterating one of the Thunderwolf Cavalrymen across there. That's good shooting come through. That's Michael Fryer, Phoenix Lord taking the battering here. Just the 2 of them left. Okay, so firepower's actually finished. The only other thing left was Daka from here. It caused a wound, but armour saved on one of the Thunderwolf Cavalrymen. So shooting phase is finished here for the Orks. It's been all right. We've caused some damage. Not too significant, but damage has come through. Charges none. Turn comes to an end. Orks have gone for manoeuvring here as opposed to committing themselves to the fight. We'll see if that pays off, just trying to position themselves a bit better. Space Wolves now surely must get stuck in. May well be able to strike very hard indeed with deep striking support coming in, but that's all Patrick's choice as we go on to his turn 2. We'll calculate points at this stage now as turn 1 comes to an end. So that's it. Morale's fine on the Thunderwolf Cavalry. Psychic Interrogation really was the only points coming through, so 3 points to 2 at this early stage. It is so early in the game, so it's very hard to call at this point. I'll hand over to the Space Wolves, their turn 2 coming up next. Right, so Frost Paws, turn 2 for them. Movement. Not everything's been committed from reserve. There's still other stuff to arrive. But deep striking in with the drop pod. Then the Blood Claws disembarking, and then with them is Floki. Yeah, so he's made it with them. So you're going to use what I do with my Blood Angels to activate a listening outside of the command phase. Got it. Now that'll come a bit later on.
Because we've made him a Master of Sanctity, it will only cost us 1 CP.
Yes. That's right.
I think that's right. Or it's either that or the Warlord trait that allows him to do that.
Yeah. We'll get that confirmed. But I think that's what Patrick can do. It's a similar kind of combo to the Blood Angels. You've got to do something to negate that 9-inch charge for Deep Strikers. It really does hamstring them. But 7-inch rerollable is much more likely to go ahead. Their target's the truck here. Wolfen have pushed through. It's a nice 8-inch move from those. Character Dreadnoughts pushing through. Their Grey Hunters pushing through. Terminators pushing through here as a possible charge against the big mech in mega armour. Patrick not committing all of his forces here. Terminators and Rock Fist. Thunderhowl to arrive, potentially on another turn. Thunderwolf Cavalry, not much movement from them. No real need to. There's targets near them. Grey Hunters pushing forwards and onto the objective. That was their aim, on foot to get to that, to hold that for the game. So that's movement done. Always got a sneaky wolf here at the back. Wolf holding onto the home objective. Nice and quiet. He's been told to sit for the remainder of the battle. Okay, so movement done. Psychic phase next.
Down.
So they're obedient dogs. They just he's loyal. You'll be given orders to that dog and he won't budge. He'll stay where he is. A good dog, right? So there's 2 of them here, and you've called them spring and summer.
Summer and autumn.
Summer and autumn. Why not? Why not autumn and winter?
Well, the whole army's winter, really, I suppose.
Oh, right, just having a break. Having a break from winter. Don't want to go too over the top with the winter theme. Okay, so we'll go to psychic phase here. So a potent psychic for sure, who's called Stormcrow. Got it. Stormcrow. Yeah, with a little bit of a Lord of the Rings twang to it here. So it's always a subconscious influence. I think it's impacted us all over the years. So psychic powers, 2 of them available. What powers to use is the question.
Keeps these units a little bit.
Okay, it's interesting being able to choose a unit to shut it down. It's very, very useful. And watching Patrick's Army of Interest here, elements of it are interesting for my own Space Wolves force. He has proper sized units of Thunderwolf Cavalry, for sure. Squads of 5. There's a Thunderhammer in there as well. They've been taking hits, but one of my squads would be dead by now, so you've still got 2 left. So it's the advantage of taking larger blocks of those. The Storm Shield equipped Terminators, tough enough for sure. So,
first of all, Murderous Hurricane on the choppers, because, not that I'm fighting them this turn, but I want that just to make sure that they'll be fighting last in your turn, just in case they're nice and fast, they'll get a jump on something.
Sure.
So,
yes, they're in striking range.
6, but I get +1. He's a Lord of the Tempest.
7, 8. That's fine. That can go through, and they'll be shut down.
Can you deny?
I can, but I'll leave it.
You don't leave that?
Yes, for the next one.
And then, which will be Instincts Awoken to try and get the Blood Claws over there into the Assault Doctrine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 in total. Right, we'll try and deny a 9. We do. God. Innards, good for you. Okay, psychic phase finished, shooting phase next. I think there's not going to be too much in the way of shooting. There's some though, but a Dakka's become available. 8 pistol shots going into the truck. Has to try and crack open some wounds on that thing. Fives.
Toughness?
So 6. Not that much.
Just 1.
1 comes through. Turn 2, so no minus going on here. So 4+. No, took a wound, so dropping down to 9.
Then Floki will direct the Breath of Morkai.
Ah, yeah, Melter Shot.
Melter.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
Hits. 3. A wound.
Go straight through. Nothing I can do.
D6 damage. Whoop.
2. Okay, dropping down to 7. That'll help chip away some wounds, ready for the potential close combat. Stormbolter on the drop pod. Rapid fire range.
3s. 5s. 1.
Got a wound. That's going to be AP -1. 5s. Nope, another wound taken. Every little helps. Here, dropping down to 6. Right, multi-melter from Blizzard Hand, aka Bjorn.
To the truck.
2s.
Or the battle wagon, rather. 2s. 2 hits.
4s to wound. Oh, both of them gone through. I'm going to take some invuln saves here. I'm going to turn to some Protronic friends. So, Dave Humphries can make both of these. He's an Orc player. 5 pluses would be oh so useful. I really need to block at least one of these. We do block 1. We'll think about this next one coming through. It's going to be D6 damage. I could try and... Oh, boy. Yeah, there's trouble heading towards me for sure. A lot of Thunderhammer attacks. Yeah, boy, oh boy. Is it worth it? That battle wagon, is it really going to survive? Save the CP. I just sense I'm not gonna roll it. I'll take the damage. I'll go with my instincts here, just like the Space Wolves do.
Lovely. I will call upon Mr. Schwengel.
No, Luke Schwengel, Imperial player.
Who's in 5th, I see. They should be good
Yeah.
Good at damage, so here we go.
Just a 2. All right, okay. And what would I have rolled? Would I have blocked that? I would have done. Ooh. Okay, so drop it down to 14. So who's got the bird?
The Stormcrow.
Right, Stormcrow's going to let loose the Stormcrow, and it's going to just
come and try and chip at you.
Okay, it's going to peck at the
2s.
2s? God, that's an accurate bird.
And then it'll definitely be 6s to wound.
6s to wound?
No.
Almost. Okay, so just, that's it. Bird lands and scrapes. You can hear a ting, ting, ting at the top as it pecks on the roof and then flies away. Okay.
You can't see anything. Everything else advanced, no more shooting.
Right, firepower's done. Yeah, Grey Hunters, I was expecting them to fire, but they advanced onto that objective.
Those ones.
Right, okay. So, all right. So both sides really were sort of reaching the diagonal halfway line across the board, but that line's about to be crossed, I would imagine. We'll go on to charges next. This is it here for the Space Wolves. Multiple charges. Will they go in? We shall have to see. So capture these on camera because they are important. So charging across here. 7-inch charge has been activated. It's a +2 to the charge rolls from the priest. A 7. Rerollable. It's quite doable.
Rerollable because of the wolf and stone.
Okay. 5. Turn to patrons if you need to.
Oh, that's a good point.
If you want to. They're there to help in time of need.
Who have we got here? Chris Heim.
Yep.
Sisters Battle. They're pretty thirsty for blood, aren't they? And,
They'd help the Space Wolves over the Orks, that's for sure.
Okay, this is Chris Heim.
Yeah, Chris Heim, his 1 dice becomes 2 here for this roll. It's very important. This is a re-roll, trying to get charge to go ahead.
Perhaps it's Chris Azerheim.
With a Space Wolvy themed name. Oh, no, it doesn't go ahead. Okay, that charge is not going to make it. So they'll sit where they are. And there's someone sweating and fidgeting inside a transport here, getting ready to get out. Grog the Whopper may well take the fight to the Blood Claws here. Ugh, okay, that charge doesn't go ahead. There's others that are available.
Yes,
the Wolfen. There's Terminators as well.
Battle wagon.
Something like a 6 will do. A 7, in they go. Okay, built-in thing for the Wolfen here, granting reroll charges for units nearby. That's very handy. So I just said handy. James is... I've caught it from James. He says handy a lot. So they're going to charge in, needing an 8.
Charging the big mech.
Here they go. Oh, a 9. In they go. Okay. Central charge is going ahead here. This is good news for the Space Wolves as they go in. We'll see if they can dice their way through that armour. They probably can. Alright, so that goes ahead. There'll be charges on this flank as well. I think just the Thunderwolf cavalry. If they're going to go in, I'd imagine so against the truck. Yeah, just going into this truck here. Not Ripper's truck, but the other one.
Yeah.
9-inch charge, in they go. Alright, so 3 out of 4 charges have gone ahead. Right, so combat resolution here. Going to go, I think, because this can bite back, this vehicle. So Patrick's going to go first with this one. So I guess the Thunderhammers first. Or we've tucked them in. This is Serg here, Phoenix Lord, right in the thick of the action to see if he can crack open the battle wagon. It's tough enough, but...
So there's 3 with hammers who get 3 attacks each. They get an additional 1 for shock assault.
Yep.
Okay.
-1 to hit rolls, +1 to the hit rolls for Space Wolves.
Correct.
3s.
Unleashed.
Yeah, here it comes. So a nice solid load of hits, if possible.
So 2.
So far, so good. It's okay. Strength in total. I think your strength 10.
No, yes, 10.
3s to wound then.
5 at base.
Yeah.
3s to wound.
Ooh.
5 go through.
That's enough to kill me. I've got a 5+ invulnerable save, which I'm oh so happy to have here. I'll go Patronic on this one. It's another big roll. Are there any Orc friends remaining? Yeah, we'll go for the... Yeah, it's risky using this one, but we'll go for the Chris Comiskey dice. I've been warned that the dice are fickle, but we shall try it. 5 pluses. I was warned. I was told quite clearly not to trust the Chris Comiskey dice. Ah, no. God.
Do you have a -1 to your damage or anything like that?
Yeah, oh. Not at that strength, certainly not. No. Thanks for pointing out, but no. I've got a CP reroll. It'll keep me alive because I'll end up taking 12 damage instead of 15. So I'm going to have to do it. We'll maybe just leave the Chris Comiskey dice and turn to somebody else. We'll go Nathan Paxton for this one.
You do still have the pack leader as well.
Yeah, I know it's pack leader. We'll just hope he just doesn't scratch enough to do the wounds. So we're looking at a 5+ invulnerable save. This is huge to try and help out. No, failed. Gone. Target destroyed. Oh, blast. Detonation time. Nope. All right. Okay, so we're going to roll up 15 dice for the occupants. This could be messy. Okay, everyone's happy. They clamber out here. All right. The frosty weapons causing no fires on board. So we'll just clamber out of the wreck here and then remove the model from play. But quite a blow here. The battle wagon's been destroyed, smashed to pieces by the Wolfen. All right, so disembarkation.
I'll just shuffle a little bit, perhaps.
Of course, yeah. So disembarkation, done. Model removed from play. Patrick then filling the void, but not really too far for the Wolfen to go. They've done their job. They've smashed into the battle wagon here and destroyed it. So next target, interrupt play. I'm not going to use the 2 CP for that, so we'll leave it. So Patrick's free to fight with his charging units.
Okay, I think we'll do the
Terminators.
Terminators.
All right, so in there you go. Wibbly wobbly. They'll all get to fight here quite comfortably, like so. Well, there is a Thunderhammer in that squad.
Oh, yes.
The guy at the back, right.
And
Oh, true, yeah, that's cool.
we'll do the hammer first. 3 attacks, +1 for shock assault. Hitting on 3s, -1, +1 for unleashed.
I'll do. Super cool here. This is very good. 4 out of 4. That is a very good hit. Ooh, I think you're 3s to wound.
No reroll ones around. There is, yeah.
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Only 1.
Just the one. So 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up.
Yes.
5 up to block. Go Patronic on this one, for sure. Drew Gums. 5+. 3 wounds here.
No, this is only -2.
Oh, okay. I failed anyway. I've rolled a 1.
Okay.
So we'll take the 3 wounds. Half dead. It's now down to the claws to get him. Stack the wounds up there on top of the unit.
4 of them. They have 2 attacks each. They get +1 for a lightning claw, and then +1 for shock assault.
Yep. Oh, right. Okay. Yes, they're equipped with 1 lightning claw and 1 shield. But that lightning claw will still grant them reroll wounds. Yeah,
2.
nice. 2s for hits. No kind of rerolls available. So we'll take away the frosty ones.
Toughness 5.
Yeah.
5s.
5s to wound. Rerollable. 5 to wound.
6.
6.
AP 2.
6 4-ups. I could survive here. I need to go just over average. And I've got bang on average, which means I'm dead. Would I like to survive? Well, I don't get a choice because I used my command reroll.
Oh, no.
Target destroyed, he's gone. It's an opportunistic chance to do a bit of firepower and repair a vehicle, but it's cost us here, Big Mech and Mega Armor. Has been picked off here. The Terminators went after him, they reached him, and he has been destroyed. So well done, character slain. Next, Thunderwolf Cavalry with their attacks.
We've got Stefan Linebreaker with the hammer.
The Linebreaker with the hammer, 4 attacks.
Winning on 3s.
Okay,
Winning on 3s. 1 wound.
1 comes through. Just thinking, no, it's not double because we're toughness 6. It's AP -2. 6 up to block. We do.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Lightning Claw. Points. 5 to win.
Yeah, 5's rerollable.
Just 2.
-2. -3.
That's 2.
6 is to block. Nope, 2 wounds taken, dropping down to 8.
And then the pooches.
Yeah, the scratchy dogs.
3s. 2s, actually. They are
Yeah.
still.
Oh,
I do wish it was the assault doctrine.
Yeah, those would have been 6s and popped extras. 5's to wound.
3. AP's 2.
Yeah. 6s, none. Stripping away 3 more. Okay. So down to 5 wounds. Half destroyed, but not destroyed. Okay, so we'll do our attacks back, which is pretty much just that truck across the other side. Yeah, just done that off camera. No hits coming through. Truck's finished. Okay, so combat's resolved across the board. Anything else? Anything else going on? Not really. Okay, so Space Wolf assault across here. It's not the full weight of their attack. There's 2 other units back here, so they're not fully committed. The attack didn't go ahead across here. There's Deep Striking Terminators still to arrive, and Thunder Howl as well to turn up, aka Rockfist. So reserves, sort of a mixed situation here for the Space Wolves. Not fully into the fight. Units at the back here. And there's still reserves to commit also. So very early stages at this point. Orks need to gauge how they're going to react to this. They've got to keep in mind there's still reserves to arrive. They can't take everything on. If they take on these units here, they might leave themselves exposed to another counterattacks. There's layers, there's a depth here to this game at this stage. But initial impact has been made by the Space Wolves, not too bad, causing casualties amongst the Orks. We'll calculate points at this stage. The battle rages with no clear winner in sight at this point. So not too bad here for the Space Wolves. Morale is not a problem across the board here. And points coming through. Warrior Pride, 3 points. Glory Kills, 5 points picked up for that. Just remind us how that's done. So 5 points in total.
Glory Kills. It's 3 points for... No, sorry, 2 points for a character.
Yep.
3 points for a vehicle or monster.
Got it. Right, okay, 5 points.
Which was the Big Mech in the Battle Wagon.
So these are very helpful for the Space Wolves because you're basically getting rewarded for what you're wanting to do anyway, which is kill stuff. So they're very useful.
And if you don't kill them but you just wound them, then you get points as well. So it's quite nice.
Yeah. Big incentives to get stuck in. Fits the theme here for the Wolves.
Warrior Primes make 2 charges, but they have to be be within engagement range of 2 enemy units, or make 2 charges outside of my deployment zone, which it also did.
Yeah, no problem. So secondaries flowing in. Primaries is very good. 12 points picked up. 4 points for one objective, another 4 points for 2 or more, and another 4 points for controlling or holding more than me. 2 bonus points picking up a fresh objective as well. So totaling that all up, 20 points here to the Space Wolves. Nice and healthy from them in this turn. Orks on 3. It's a bit of catch up for them. The Orks can get really focused on destroying Space Wolf units, go into reactive mode, but they've got to keep the overall game plan in mind. They've got their own secondaries to achieve. There's assassination to go for, the psychic interrogation to continue with, and then stomp them good killing stuff here. We've got to become more efficient than the Space Wolves at doing that, which would be tough enough. And we've got the primaries to focus on as well, which currently 4 of them are being held by the Space Wolves. That has to change here, with the Space Wolves, or the Orks will lose. So we've got to try and clear that. Maybe try and go after that. We've got to clear that there. There's tough tasks here for the Orks. We'll see how they react. We do have the Horns of the Buffalo double war boss here. They'll have something to say about the current situation. We'll see what happens. No doubt a warg surely must be declared at this stage. The Orcs about to bellow in defiance here against the Space Wolves. Aggression to be met with aggression. We'll see how effective it is. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Orcs next. Alright, so we're on turn 2 here for the Orks. Just the 5 points picked up, 4 points picked up, holding home objective. That's it. But having said that, Orks have declared a warg. We knew that was coming, and they've gone heavy on assaults across the board here. So didn't take a mortal wound, jumped across with the Storm Boys. They've arrived across here. They're going to join in a big assault on this flank. Grog the Whopper didn't need to advance with him. He's disembarked 3, move 5. The boys didn't need to advance with those, same movement from them. The trucks pushed forwards as well. Advanced with Daniel Cunningham, not going to commit this Dreadnought, just going to hold it off just at this point. We are aware that there are other units that can move in, so just keeping him there. The Weird Boys just tucked in behind the terrain. The boys here for the battle wagon, ready to charge into the Wolfen. The Meganobs have shifted left. They can go Wolfen or they can go after the Terminators. The guns have all pushed forwards, getting further towards the objective. We've got the Bikers where they are on backdoor duty from them, just deny deep striking Terminators, hopefully. Copters have shifted across to their left to lend some firepower support, possibly charge in. Trucks have backed out of the way. They've disembarked. The Ripper, he's in there, a regular move from him. We advanced with his bodyguard, the Knobs, and inside that ruin is a disembarked unit of Orc boys lining up for a charge as well. So Orcs getting ready to charge across the board. With the CP gained at the start of the turn, Orcs on 3, Patrick vitally is on 2, so an interrupt play is a possibility if he keeps or holds on to those 2 CP here through to the assault phase. But Orcs have some firepower here. We are sensing the Orcs preparing themselves for a big bad charge here across the board. We'll see how effective it is. Psychic phase first. So I'm going to ask a Stormcrow question from the Weird Boy. Going to interrogate him. Right, so it goes off on a 6. So it is certainly beatable. And you have stopped it. All right, so it's question denied. Psychic interrogation fails. No comment from the Stormcrow. That's not gone ahead. That stopped me from getting 3 victory points and a CP bonus, which would have been nice, but it's not gone ahead. Psychic phase finished. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, boys, here, sluggers. 10 shots into the Wolfen. Needing 5s. What toughness of Wolfen?
5.
They are toughness 5. 5s to wound. A wound comes through. No minus, just regular. So 4+ and then 3+ for the shield.
3.
Passed. Okay. We'll offload a ton of DACA from these into there. Meganob's next, custom shooters into the Wolfen. So looking for 5s and 6s. I think it's official to say that's dreadful. 5s to wound. Horrific. 1 normal save, no minus. Just spraying DACA all over the place here, but no effect so far. Going to split fire with the Copters. 2 of them are going to go into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. 3 of them into the Terminators just down here. So 2 of them into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. This is the number of shots. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Isn't it? 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we're looking for 5s. Kill. Looking for 3s. Sheesh. 3 make it through. -2.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get armor contempt because I've got shields.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 ups.
4 ups. How many? 4?
3.
3.
Yeah. So 3 at 4. Oh no. This is trouble. No, this is big trouble. It's damage 3 each time. It's not going to kill them though actually, because they're 4 wounds a time. It's going to kill 1 and then put 3 wounds onto the squad leader. But they've been hit hard here. It's a nasty hit from those Copters. It's good shooting so far. Copter's now going to go down into the Terminators. This is the number of shots. Ouch. So 9, 10, 11, 13. So 13 shots to come through. 5s. There's a few. Most have missed. 2s to wound. Yeah, all right, 4 saves. -2s, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, and then the shield gives you +1.
Yes.
3s on 4 dice.
Lovely.
Yeah, pass them all. Ooh, well done. Okay, so armour holds. Not too bad from the copters. A dangerous blow enough against the Thunderwolf cavalrymen. I'm going to try and finish them off with the shooters from these trucks. Big shooters. 5 shots from the first one. 5s and 6s. 4s to wound, strength 5. Just forcing saves here. 2 up. Off the board. Passed. We'll go again. 5s and 6s. Just offloading the Dakar into this thing. Another save to make. 2 up. You never know.
Oh, it's a 2.
Passed. Just about. So we'll do rip up. You never know. 1 shot in the 6. He hits. 2s to wound. He wounds. A 3 up, I believe, on those Terminators. Is he going to get one? No, blocked. Okay. And then it's going to be a couple of shooter shots. Missed. All right, so that's Ripper done. And then the boys, they'll offload their shots. I'm going to fire all their shots into that Thunderwolf cavalryman, actually, just to try and bring him down. So it's going to be 10. 5s. 4s. 1 save. 2 up. Just hunting for that last wound. Okay, passed. Okay, moving along. We've fired all this stuff across here. Nothing from those, just on backdoor duty. Nothing from him or him. So shifting across here now. So we'll let loose with the boys into the Blood Claws. So again, that's going to be 10 shots. 5s. 3s. Sorry, 4s. 1 save. Normal. 3+. The wound caused. I'm going to try and shoot that dog. Sounds really bad. We'll go for 4s because it's a Grot Gunner. This is from Grog Guns. Toughness on a cyborg doggy.
Yeah, 4.
3s to wound. Just the 1 wound comes through. He'll live. And he takes a wound though. Okay. Oh. The dog lives. We'll shoot him though with the truck. 5 shots from him. 3 hits. 2 wounds. Surely is gone. 2 4-ups.
No.
No, he's gone. Alright, so doggy can go. Right, we're going to turn to the Grot Guns. I'm not expecting much from these. We've got 4 of them. Going to offload 1 of them, almost at point blank, into the Wolfen. So D6 number of shots from the first gun. 2 shots coming through, needing 4s. And we get a hit, but we wound ourselves. That's the one that's already taken a wound, so dropping down to 4 wounds on that one. And we will try and wound on a 3. We do. Alright, so 1 shield save. You can go Patronic on these to try and block them. The first one.
I think I will.
Okay, so just trying to kill Wolf and trying to shoot them rather than get into them in close combat here because they can.
On the armour of the Custodes.
Andrew Swan, diehard Ultramarines and Custodes player. As Imperials you can get. Holds. Well done. Alright, we'll go Patronic then. With the artist formerly known as Veej, Orc player. Help this Grot Gun. Second gun, same target. 5 shots. We'll take that. 4s for hits. We'll take a mortal wound, but we score 3 hits. So we'll just add that wound on now, dropping down to 5. Just the gun's overheating here. Grot's getting desperate. They don't like those dog men near them. Dog soldiers. 3s to wound. Yes. So this is trouble. 4 pluses. You can go Patronic. If you want to, you don't have to. You can use your own dice rolling abilities. But there's patrons that can help. He's going to rely on himself here. Ooh, okay, pretty good. Just the ones made it through. D6 damage here from the artist formerly known as Veej. 3 is enough. 3 will do. So 1 Wolfen remove. That'll help. This is Serg's Phoenix Lord squad here. No Phoenix Lord slain at this stage. No. Alright, everyone. So far so good. 2 guns left. What to do? There's a number of targets we could go for. Been a tough choice where to shoot. I'm going to split fire. One gun to go after the last of the Thunderwolf cavalry and 1 gun to go into the Wolfen. Again, rather shoot at them as opposed to fight them in close combat. So we'll go Dylan Moore Imperial player, but we're going to put the shots into here. So number of shots. Yeah, you picked up an Imperial dice, just the one. So looking for 4s for a hit. We do get the hit though. And we do get the wound. So another 4+ invulnerable save on one of the Wolfen models. Passed on a 5, well done. Storm Shield holds again. Alright, we'll now go shots across here. We'll try and pick a Xenosy type player for this one. Darren Gardner, Beast Snaggers player. Number of shots from him. That's the difference, 4. 4s for hits. This is trying to take out a Thunderdwarf Cavalryman. 4 out of 4. Stick with your allies. We're looking for 3s to wound. They've all wounded, unbelievable. 4 saves of 4+ required. No, died. The others died. Okay, so that was. We'll just roll up to see what the damage was. Pulverised, 9 wounds. So he can be removed from play. I think we've lost the first of the Phoenix Lords here.
Mr. Fryer.
Michael Fryer removed from play. Space Marine play at here, but pummeled mercilessly by the Orks. Grot Guns finishing off that squad. Noble effort from them, but they always attract attention. Thunderdwarf Cavalry. There's something about them every edition. People just shoot at them. They are a menace on the table, for sure. Okay, shooting phase I think is finished. We're going to charges here. Orks lining up. A good half a dozen charges here, perhaps more. Charges next. Right, so charges have gone ahead. Everything's gone in here. So Storm boys, Grog Duop are going in. Patrick's thinking about a heroic intervention, by the way. So the priest has swung around and gone in. That's not a problem. So he'll get to fight. Orc boys can fight him, possibly. But there's a big cluster combat across here. It's nasty looking combat. Very thematic. Boys flooding in. The war boss leading the way. Very, very fluffy across here.
I saw the pod coming and went straight for it.
No, you can imagine that fight taking place for sure. And then across here, just like a moment of hesitancy, they didn't make their charge and the Orcs just all of a sudden surge into them. Across here, nasty combat for both sides, potentially. Wolfen will die before they're removed from play. There's a possibility of an interrupt as well going on. And across the other side, squad of Orc boys, Knobs and Gut Ripper have gone in to the Grey Hunter squad over on the objective, so a deadly fight on that side. Patrick has decisions to make about interrupt play. The Orcs have a choice to make where to fight first. We could be hurt by any of those interrupting squads. There's 4 of them, really. That squad across there. There's the priest as well, I guess, if he wants to. So this squad can interrupt across here as well, and also the Grey Hunters. But Orcs will make at least 1 assault here. It's going to be the Mega Knobs. I've been chewing over what to do. Going to go with them. I'm going to bump up for 2 CP. And give them +1 damage with the stratagem, 2 CP it costs. So that's the combat that we're going to go for. So we're going to roll that up. There is a Warg in play, so 4 attacks each for these.
If I may, for the other Space Wolf players, would have very much liked to have done the 6-inch heroic intervention with the strap there, but not
just out, yes. We're just tucking ourselves in out of range, of the old Murder Fang. He'll get involved, but not quite. He has to stand and watch here. At this stage. So these attacks coming through. We're going to put them all into the Terminators. Yeah, I reckon. Yep. So 4s are good. 6s are very useful. It's obvious there's going to be a load that miss, which is all of those. All of those and all of those. But they're Goths. So we're looking at adding in another 4 to that pile. We're then looking at 2s to wound. Their strength 10. I think their strength 12. Because they're strength 5 times 2. And then +1 for Goths on the charge, +1 for Orcs on the charge with the Warg. So 2s. Alright, we may have done enough here. -3. 11 saves of 4+. At damage 3. So this is nasty. There's a big roll here. You can protract the whole lot if you so wish to call upon patrons. There's a good few left, and many of them are Imperium.
4 up invites, isn't it? Who have we got?
There's loads. Tyler Summers is Space Marine player. Nicholas Lucas is Imperial. Paul Cook's Imperial. Scott Costello plays Blood Angels. Marcus Anthony is Dark Angels.
Summers.
Tyler Summers, Space Marine player.
You can make in a row?
Yeah, 1 at a time for pain.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 11. Here comes the first one. Passed. Comes the next one. Past. How long can this keep going? The next one. Another one past. That's ridiculous. One's made it through.
Okay, so 1, 3.
Next one. Block that one. This is way above average. That one's made it through. We're on 6 so far. That one's blocked. This is really good going. That one's blocked as well. That one's made it through. That one's made it through. And a 50-50 to keep one model alive. No, good try. A CP reroll? I can't because of interrupt. Oh, the agony. Oh.
What's the damage?
Damage 3 each time. It cost us 2 CP to do it, but it's going to tip that from half killing that unit to wiping them out there from the Mega Knobs. Hit them harder, I think it's called. They're going to go, it's the wipeout. Mega Knobs have done it. They've struck first, crucially, because they have no invuln save of their own, so they needed to get that strike in early, and they've done it against that Terminator squad. They've overwhelmed the shields here, with lots of nipping taking place. So really, I'll roll them in this direction. It's Lucas Brown, actually, Phoenix Lord squad. They've done particularly well. So we'll head off in this direction. We'll cross the fence like so, and leave them in that situation. So now the question is, with 2 CP, where to interrupt play? If you're a Space Wolves player, where would you interrupt play? Probably not there, right? Because they'll die and fight anyway.
Yeah, they get to fight. If they haven't fought this phase, then when they're slain, they
Yes.
get to fight.
Or you can preemptively kill to try and stay alive. Not sure on that one.
There is that, yeah.
So there's that to think about. There's interrupting across here. There's an awful horde of orcs going in against the Blood Claws, but they'll strike out lots of attacks. And across there, the Great Hunters under attack and in trouble as well. So this is a tough one out here for the Space Wolves. There's one chance to interrupt. Right, I'm just going to try and take down as many Orc Boys and Storm Boys as possible. So Blood Claws, there's 8 of them. You can pretty much split the attacks half and half. Or try and go for a wipeout or a larger amount of casualties on one particular Orc unit. But Patrick can split these up how he wants to, yeah. Okay. Individual Blood Claws have names here. So one of them is going to fight against the Storm Boys. The rest, to try and take out the objective secured, boys will go into them.
So we'll do the lone wolf first.
Yeah.
Hi, Summer Breeze.
Summer Breeze to fight here, needing 2s because you're charged.
Correct. Make me.
5s to wound. Yeah, tough orcs.
Nothing. Then the rest.
We want 3 attacks each because
6.
the charge wasn't made by the Space Wolves, so they don't get the Berserk charge for Blood Claws. Right, so calling on Scott Costello here. Patreon.
6. Okay. Scott Costello will be taking the role of Yuka Deathmane. He is the pack leader with the axe.
Okay.
Okay.
Trying to hack down Orc Boys. Yes, their leader to set the example. Yeah, 2s.
Strength 6.
3s. 2 kills. Good.
Yep, 2 kills.
That's how it's done.
It's orbs.
Now the chainswords. Looking for 2s. So are you getting reroll ones to wound? No.
No.
Who's granting that? Somebody.
It's not on the board.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, that's
Fair-handed will do reroll hit rolls of 1.
That's right.
Too far away. So toughness 5, right?
Yeah.
5's to wound.
5s to wound is tricky.
Oh dear.
Oh, they're struggling against the toughness of the orcs. There's 4 have made it through. There's AP1 on the swords. It's a straight 4 kill. You know, it's the boys taking the hits. There's 4 of them left. That's going to wreck them for morale. But still 4 of them remain alive for objectives secured. That's it? Mm-hmm. All right. All right, Orc charges now to make their attacks. Here it comes. All right, so we could do Storm Boys first of all. All of them can fight against the Blood Claws. One of them has to go into the drop pod, which we'll do first. So base of 2, Slugger or Chopper, and then the Warg. So looking for 2s to hit because there's a War Boss in amongst them here. Then we're looking for 5s to wound this vehicle. Nothing. Toughness on the drop pod will be toughness set. It's toughness 6. Yeah, all right. 2 wounds do come through. Armor of Contempt, no doubt. So 2 regular saves. Just ignoring my AP -1. And passed both. Okay. The rest of the attacks. The knob, Fighting, he's going to be strength 7. The Goths on the charge with the Warg, the +1 on the charge as well. Regular Storm Boys will be strength 6. It's not going to make a difference. Just roll the whole lot together, which is a lot of attacks here. We're looking for 2s. Alright, so we're going to take away the 1s. Theoretically, the number of 1s should be added back in for the number of 6s if things are average. If I'm correct in my average thinking. No, but that's not going to be the case. So we're going to add in 6 from that part for the bonus hits from here. So now we're going to try and wound on 3s. The Orks get their charge in here. So it's... Oh, dear me. It's all of those and all of those as well. So we're going to take away the 1s and 2s. So AP -1 ignored by Armour of Contempt. Not ignored, it's just negated. So, well, it's the same thing. So looking for 10. Yep. 24 saves. Ouch. 24 saves with 3+. That's a lot of saves to make here.
This is 21 dice so far.
Okay. And we're looking at the 1s and 2s are not good. There's a model on a wound already.
Okay. How many was it in total, sorry?
24, so 3 more.
I'll put you fine.
Fine. 7 total, so that will kill 3 and the wounded 1 will be removed. So 4 models removed in total. Killed half the squad there with them. Right, so casualties being removed. We'll now turn to Grot the Whopper. 2s. Ooh. And no 6s, not so good from him. It'll be 2s to wound. He's got his wounds, so before we do that, apologies, 2+, we don't, shoulder barge doesn't happen, but those wounds come through, AP -3, so 5 ups I reckon,
yes,
for saves, so 4 dice needing 5s. These will be damage 2, and just the 1 made.
3 more down.
Alright, so 3 more hacked down by Grot the Whopper, nasty stuff from him. Right, so boys next, to push forwards, we'll do the 3 boys into the character, and then we'll do the knob to try and take down the last of the blood claws. So knob attacks coming through. 2s. 6 will pop an extra hit for Goths. 2s to wound. Yeah, 3 saves. +1, -1, 3 ups. 2 damage each time. God, Defiance, he lives. A lone blood claw fighting amongst his fallen comrades here. Survives. Boys next. 12 attacks onto Floki. Yeah. 2s for hits thanks to the Whopper. Okay. 3s to wound. Gonna force some saves. We failed a lot though. +1, -1. So whatever his normal armor save is, with 4 dice. 3 pluses. Ouch, 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 ouch. She's taken 3 wounds.
1 left.
1 wound left, ouch. So good fighting hit. Didn't get the wipe out, but damage has come through for sure. That's Chris Comiskey fighting away for Grot the Whopper there. So decent attacks come through, but Space Wolf's not wiped out on that flank. Right, so 36 attacks for the boys going against the Wolfen. So we're on 3s now. We've got no War Boss help. I rolled over, that was a 2. And those all failed. Those are failed. That's failed, and that one. Looking for 6s. And there's 6 of them. Just tops the combat up quite nicely. So load those in. 3s to wound. Strength 6 on the charge. +1 for the shield. -1 AP for the chopper. So back to 4s. No, 3s.
Yeah, no, it's 4s.
Oh, you can't take Armour of Contempt with the shield?
Yeah.
I got it, okay.
The normal save is 4, sadly.
In which case, 18 saves here on the Wolfen.
4 ups.
It's just going to hurt here. They will swing and fight back, but obviously wouldn't want them to perish. They don't have the old 5+ feel no pain anymore.
No, I really missed that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're quite as tough as they should be. Perhaps. 18 for Orks. Oh, well, hang on. We've got to do...
There's a bit of an uproar.
Well, hang on, no, because he will have Armour of Content, the one with the claws.
So that will make it...
still be a 4.
Right.
It's -1.
It is.
Right, Master?
It's all the same across the board. No problem. There was a bit of an uproar when those were released, weren't they, years ago? Remember that?
Yeah. People were running like 3 squads of them.
No, I mean uproar as in the fluff.
Oh, I see. I love the models, so I don't know what...
Oh, no, the models are fantastic, yeah. And I think they fit the theme for Space Wolves, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. 1 dead. That was a 3. 2 dead. 3 dead. Just.
Oh, come on, not again. Just about tipped over. All right, so...
They all will get to fight, though.
All right. Fight they can and fight they shall. It's a Surg squad here, another Phoenix Lord about to go, so they can swing before removed from play. So it's certainly useful enough for the Wolf when they get to fight before removed from play. A hammer onto each squad, and the claws will go into the boys, is the plan.
Yes. We'll do the hammer onto the Mega Nobs first.
Okay.
3s.
One, okay.
They always get Shock Assault, don't they?
They do.
And they always get the Assault Doctrine being active. So that'll be an extra hit.
Ah, right, well remembered. Yes.
And then...
2s to wound.
2s to wound, because they are strength 5.
Yeah. Ooh, a parting gesture here. AP -2.
Yes.
4-ups.
Becomes AP -3 because the Assault Doctrine is active for them.
It certainly is. All right, so we're now looking at 5s to block here. The Meganobs could find themselves decimated here if we roll badly. Going to go Patronic on this one. Peter Almo to try and salvage the situation. No! God, boy, that's nasty. That's 4 Meganobs slain from those wretched Wolfen. God, ouch. God, that's pretty good.
Very nice. I almost wish that I declared him against them.
You could have got the wipeout, yeah. But morale's going to be a big issue for them now, so well done.
This is true. So the other hammer first. Breeze. There's an extra hit.
Popped one, yeah. 2 kills.
Savage Fury.
Savage Fury.
3 kills.
Yeah, nice. 3 boys slain. And Clawman.
Who has 4 attacks apiece, +1 for Shock Assault, +1 for the claws. 2s.
6s would be amazing.
There are 1 6. There is 1 6.
Yep.
Strength 6.
Yep. 3s for kills.
And he can re-roll that because it's claws.
Oh boy, oh boy.
6 gone.
Wiping them out just to the knob left. That's absolute slaughter. Just a knob and a mega knob left. Wiped out all the rest. Absolutely brutal from them. They are designed to get into the thick of the fighting. And if you kill them, they'll swing before they die anyway. So useful enough for the Wolf, and I still rate them as a unit despite some of the changes. They're a dangerous unit for sure. Alright, so models removed from play, but as you can see, decimation in the centre, absolute slaughter taking place. Morale's going to be a big problem for both of those units as well. So, and Patrick may well get the wipeout with both of those. That's going to help towards your grind. Yes, interesting. Okay, so interrupts have all taken place. Fight before dying has taken place across here. We'll go with the charges across the other side. So I'm going to fight first the Ripper to try and bypass that invulnerable save on that Terminator, I think. So I'm going to fight first with him. A Warlord trait will help us with that. 5 attack space +1 for the Warg. Looking for 2s with the Killer Claw. All right, it's all hit with a bonus hit. 2s to wound, and they've all wounded. The Ripper up to his usual ridiculousness. 7 saves to make 4+. Damage 3 each time. We need a noble stance here from him. Or you can try and keep the Terminator alive because he's on the objective. Oh man, this is a tough choice.
He would tank a lot of
Tank a lot of the boy hits coming through.
Yeah.
I'm sort of saying maybe do that.
Let me think about this for a minute.
Sorry, yeah, we'll let Patrick think about this one. Tough choice. Marcus Anthony, Patronic here. This is huge. This is a real stretch for the Patrons. We're going to go one at a time on the Storm Shield.
My theory is he's a Dark Angels player, so if they truly are not heretics, then they will help us now.
Oh. Passed. 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 Oh, failed.
He's gone through. He dies.
He dies.
3 damage, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then 3...
5 ups.
5 ups.
Oh, it's mighty noble.
Very good.
It's very Marcus Anthony. Well done. All right. So 1 model removed from play plus the Terminator.
Yeah.
But this wretched doesn't reach the damage step, wall, or trait means I'm going to get 5 more attacks for the Ripper. He's an insane guest. That's a quote from Home Alone, but he's an insane Orc player. So 2s for hits, an extra bonus hit comes through, would you believe, for that as well. 2s for wounds coming through, and 2 1s though. So 4 saves of 5 plus. The legacy of Marcus Anthony.
Continue.
4 dice. 5s. Yeah, block 1, 3 more slain. Not the wipeout, I don't think, but damage coming through for sure. So Ripper's left 1 Marine for the bodyguard to take on. 20 attacks from that 5-man knob squad. 2s for hits. All hit except 1 with 7 bonus hits. So the idea is to get past that Terminator. To then strike here. 2s to wound. Because they're strength 5, add plus 3, I think, for the big choppers. Plus another 1 for Orks on the charge. Plus another 1 for Goths on the charge. So it is 2s. At least strength 8. I think they're strength 9. Save -1. Ignored for armor contempt. So Patrick will get his full save of 3 plus, but it's on 18 dice. God, Orcs just, the philosophy for them in this game has just been if you chop enough, you'll eventually break through.
He's gone.
He's gone. It's noble. It's a pretty good roll. It's a very good roll actually.
Not too bad.
2 damage at a time as well. So the last of the Space Wolves over on that flank has gone. So that's the Grey Hunter squad removed from play. That objective has fallen into Orc hands. So too is this one here, just a model count. Just making it through with our objective secured, model stretching across. There is the last attacking actually will be done by Space Wolves here. It's Loki to do his attacks into the boys. Alright, so Priest, here we go. 2s.
All hit?
With a bonus? No, he doesn't get that yet. No, that's next turn. Okay.
Strength 6, I think.
3s. This would be useful.
Oh,
To make it through, it's 2 slain.
just
So,
one.
alright, just the 1. Minus.
Minus.
I'll do. It's minus anything
2.
kills me.
1.
Yeah, no, it's gone. So 1 slain from there. Okay, so that's that done. That's going to bust my morale. So combat's resolved across the board. There's some morale tests to make for Orcs and also for Space Wolves. It's the lone model just here as well. So roll up morale next. Right, morale resolved. Yeah, those 2 models are still there. Roll 2 1s. That's crazy. Grossi failed though. That boy lost another 1 through combat attrition. So just the squad leader left, still holding that objective though. Patrick passed morale here thanks to leadership 9 being granted by Loki, and that's it. Morale resolved across the board. Floki. I said Loki. Okay, right, so combat's resolved, turn comes to an end. Orcs have made an impact here in areas across the board that has cost them dearly, especially here in the centre. There's a bit of an opening here, a path has opened up towards the guns here for the Space Wolf units, although they are some distance away, which will help keep those guns safe for now at least. Orcs making good progress on both flanks as Space Wolves have been thinned out. They've got reinforcements that can arrive, so that is an option that's available. I reckon Orcs have the upper hand here. They've overwhelmed a number of targets and have claimed a number of the flank objectives as well, so it's looking healthy enough for them at this stage. So good progress from the Orcs despite the damage coming through against them. They've overwhelmed their targets. The philosophy, just to throw in as many bodies as possible, hack, slash, headbutt, kick, and shoulder barge their way through the Space Wolves. The shield wall breaking at points and the Orcs breaking in, but vicious combats we knew were coming, and they certainly have taken place here on this turn. Now we'll hand over to the Space Wolves. They'll make attacks of their own, they'll go first here with their units to try and make an impact, try and swing things around in this situation. Desperate stuff though, for sure. We'll calculate points at this stage. Okay, interesting scoreline here. So remember, Patrick's on 20 points. Nice surge of points picked up for grabbing primary objectives. Orks have struggled to catch up with that. 4 points though because we held the home objective. 3 points because for primaries, because we wiped out a unit that was on objective and claimed a new objective. So maxing out for the extras there. 3 points coming through. No assassination. Psychic interrogation fails. But dubious, that secondary choice for the Orks. And then Stomp 'em Good did go through. Now these two results of 1, very significant. They stopped Patrick's grind from coming through. He was set to wipe out a number of units, and then also it helped us really pick up some decent points for Stomp 'em Good, because in combat we destroyed those across there, the Wolfen and the Terminators. We didn't lose those in combat, and therefore more than double has given us 4 victory points for Stomp 'em Good. So nice healthy amount of points coming through. I think though the Orks need to clear and hold objectives to start really raking in the primary points. We'll see if they can do that. We could see a significant counterattack taking place of deep striking Terminators and the Thunder Howl character as well, aka Rockfist. They'll turn up, they'll have a reckoning against the Orks here if they can make their charges. The battle's not over yet. Space Wolves have resources available, some very potent ones for sure. We'll go on to their turn 3, the middle stage of the game, next. Alright, so movement here on turn 3 for the Space Wolves as they recoil and try to cover from the battering they've taken from the Orks here. 2 successful flank attacks, but Patrick seeks to remedy this as much as possible. There is an opening in the middle, so Space Wolves are pushing through. So led by Blizzard Hand is pushing forwards. Then Stormcrow pushing forwards as well. Grey Hunters with them. We'll see how far they want to go because there is that objective to hold in the centre. Then the Skull Taker. Bone Taker.
Either the Bone Taker.
Either the Bone Taker. Moving in across to take on the Storm Boys by the looks of it here, or maybe open a gap up to reach other targets. Backing out a close combat with the Bloodclaws, just the single models pulled away. Then Floki.
Yes.
Has moved around. Know what he's up to, but he's disengaged from combat and has moved around in that direction. And then really there's resources here for the Space Wolves in the middle, but over on this flank they were wiped out, so the Deep Strikers have arrived. Yeah, so Loki found himself outside of combat because I removed boys models from play the ones that he killed, so he's free to shoot and charge if he so wishes. So Terminators have turned up here. There is a gap that they could flow through for an uninterrupted charge if they decide to do that. They have got the combi melters there to use as well, range 12. And then Thunder Howl's turned up here, aka Rockfist, just next to them with a charge across. They can't reach Ripper, but they can go after his bodyguard and possibly the boys across here as well. So that's movement done. Space Wolves rally themselves here. Numbers down, but still potent units on the board for sure. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Right, Murderous Hurricane on the Whopper. Yeah, go for it. It's to force him to fight last. Very, very useful. Goes off. I'm going to try and deny it with his roll strangeness. Yeah, no. Does not go off. So that was an important roll, that.
It was.
Okay. Yeah, you want Grog to fight last.
Next we'll do Living Lightning, sir.
So we'll do a Storm of Confusion on him.
Living Lightning will be the closest target, which will be the
Storm Boys.
Storm Boys.
Go ahead.
It does go up.
5 with the +1. Okay, I can't stop it.
This will be D3. Oh, let me just double check this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Does it out?
Oh, it might hit other stuff as well. Yeah, it's like a lightning attack. Okay, D3 mortal wounds. Just checking the rules here.
2.
2 mortal wounds. That's 2 Storm Boys gone. Useful enough.
Followed by, then we roll. 2 to a 4, closest other enemy unit within 6. And visible suffers a mortal wound.
Okay, that could be Grog. Possibly. I think it is. Alright, Psychic Phase finished. It's gone well. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next. It was Grog, by the way. He's the one that took the wound. So 1 wound down. I think 6 left on him. Right, drop pod here into the Storm Boys. Intents to try and whittle these down and get them out of the way.
Just one. One wound.
There's a wound. Back to normal, so 6 up save. Nope, there's another one gone. 7 left. And what Patrick's trying to do, I think we all know what's the plan is. To clear those Storm Boys out of the way and get to Grog with Murderfang to pay him a visit. We'll see if it can be done though. I don't know. You've got Grey Hunters. You can offload a bit of Dakar. There's a Flamer, I think, on the Bone Taker.
Them right now because they're in combat with the pod.
Ah, right. Yes.
Because he was vehicles in combat.
Gotcha. Right. So other stuff can't fight. Oh, how interesting. Right. Okay. Floki fire main to fire a melter shot. Yeah, we're limited on firepower into the Storm Boys because they're actually in combat. So, melter shot's going to go into the truck. Misses. Yeah, that's annoying because I literally could have taken it out with one shot. Okay, so that's him done. I guess he could fire across into it. Sure, Stormbolter across here first of all. So that's 2 shots, needing 3s.
He needs 5s actually because he's. This skill is 5 because he's nuts.
Yes.
1 wound.
Wound caused. 6 up, unlikely. Yeah, so wound taken. 2 wound model.
And then paper into the truck. 4 shots.
4 hits.
4 hits.
5 to wound, yeah.
No wounds.
Okay.
Okay. He's got a heavy flamer.
Burn him out. Yeah, get rid of him.
Melter will go out the copters because they scare me.
Okay.
Flamer first. 4 shots, 4 hits.
He's going to go. Just a single wound will do, and a single wound comes through. Right, so his target destroyed that. Right, yes. Put him back. Oh dear, just wrote this off camera. Roll a 6 here. It's the 6 up invuln save. Yeah, for the while continues on with the updated rules. Okay, so 6+ invulnerable save for Orc units. The +1 strength remains as well, and the extra attack. Okay, so Nob remains alive at this stage. I'm going to try and attack him with an angry bird now. This is from Stormcrow.
2 hits.
Okay.
5 to win. Nope.
Nope. Scares the bird away. Yeah, I've got the melters here, so they're going to come across into the copters. Just normal hitting for those, so... Yeah, 2s.
Lovely.
3s to get straight through the armour. 1 goes through. CP reroll? No.
But I got 1.
Oh, Orc units get invuln save. Ah, I'll take that. A 6 up. We'll go Patronic because you never ever know.
Oh.
Any Zeos friends will go... Not really. Yeah, Carry Kunkel, Thrall of the Silent King. Searching for a 6. It's certainly not a 1.
I'm not sure the Necrons are the biggest fans of the Orks, you know.
I would know. I'd imagine they don't get on too well. So we're looking for a 4+ to destroy one. A wound caused. Annoying with such a high caliber weapon. 1 wound taken. So Grey Hunters, Patrick's had enough. The whole squad's going to offload into him. This Defiant Nob needs to go. Little bit of pride here for the Space Marines. He's still standing, this Nob. He shouldn't be. On his own, wounded. Invuln save kept him alive. So this is everything. This is a Stormbolter, Rapid Fire Bolters coming in.
Please.
So the hit's coming through okay. Reroll on your ones.
Yes, because Bjorn is there. With the Blizzard Hand.
Blizzard Hand, yeah. And then now we're looking for 5s to wound. This is where the toughness of the Orcs helps out. But surely he's going to go on 4 saves. No. He's gone. Target destroyed. That'll help with grind. So it's target eliminated. Just the 1 model, but that will help. Right, so plan across the other side. The Terminators are combi weapons. Patrick's going to fire both options. So Melter and Stormbolter's going to go into the boys to shoot them.
Stylish shooting.
Yeah, shoot one target, charge the other. He's going to leave the Orc Nobs or charge at those is the plan.
Yes. 4 Melters first.
Go ahead.
Hits.
There's a few Patreons left. All Imperial players here.
2 wounds.
2 wounds come through, 2 kills. So 2 models gone. Oh yeah, of course. No.
Combi Daka.
Yeah.
Fours. Fives. I can reroll a 1 because the Jarl is present.
Okay.
3.
3. We'll take the cover, so 5 ups. Block 1. So 4 dead in total for the boys, just to blunt them a little bit.
So I'll throw it into a knob.
Okay. So the hammer being thrown here.
2.
Missed. Oh, those frosty dice. Okay. That's annoying. That's a debut shot on the channel. And he's missed, one of the knobs ducked in time as the hammer was thrown. Okay, that's the last of the shooting from the Space Swords. Close combat's where it's going to be, pretty much for both sides throughout the game here. The battle's going to be decided in close combat. Space Swords have a number of charges lined up, some quite difficult, 2 9-inch charges across the other side. It's a bit of a stretch for this charge as well. If Patrick, he's nodding, he's going to send him in, and then Murder Fang, the obvious target, just to chew through those Storm Boys as quickly as possible. He's available to charge as well if he does decide to go in against Grot Guns. Orks have 2 CP. We could interrupt play, something to bear in mind as well. We've gone to charges next for the Space Wolves. Right, so far so good. Charge is going in. Floki's gone into the knob, actually. He's not going to take on Grot Guns. Then Murder Fang or Bone Taker has gone into the Storm Boys. And then a stretchy charge across this. This is a big one, beyond the fair-handed. I think 8 or 9 will do it. Patrick's eyeing up Patronic dice here. Any of those are Imperial.
Oh, indeed. Mr. Cranford seems to like aggressive armies.
Charles Cranford, or Lord Commissar Charles Cranford, to direct a charge here. A good dice roll is required. To help the Imperium? No.
5.
Doesn't go in.
I will CP this.
Here comes the CPU roll. Lord Commissar Cranford says, no, not gone in. Okay, doesn't go ahead. Not too good. Character Dreadnought exposed. Grot Guns have something frosty to shoot at here. Around the other side, 2 9-inch charges. They can just be rolled up as straight dice rolls here. 9s required against the knobs.
The Terminators first.
Here come the Terminators or not. It's difficult.
No.
Okay.
He
Thunderhowl on his own.
is going to charge him and the Ripper. It's an 11-inch charge,
Right. Go ahead.
I believe. Yep. No. This one I must do myself.
It's huge.
No.
No.
Not happening.
And it's not happening on that flank, so Orks might gain the momentum once again on that flank. They're doing okay. Alright, so we've got a heroic intervention here. Grog's lumbered to his left and has gone in against the lone marine here. So that's charges, interruptions, or heroic interventions done. We'll go on to combat resolution next. Right, Floki to fight first here. Just in case the knob interrupts play, we do have 2 CP available. So, Priest, is 3 attacks.
I was just saying we made a terrible error because I should have charged
Both.
to stop Grog going and getting the OBSEC unit, which was the plan, but for some reason slipped my mind and I was suffering for it.
Okay.
4 attacks though. He gets all the times and there's an extra one.
Oh, yes. Savage Fury kicks in. This knob should go. 3's to wound him.
Toughness 5,
Yeah.
strength 5, the Croziers. +1, I believe.
Okay. 4s. He's going to go, and on that roll he is. Quadruple 6. Oh. There's nothing I can do. I can't stop it. It's AP -1, -2. Oh, yeah, of course. He's still going to go. No, it's not going to help him. Knob destroyed. Another target gone for grind them down as well, so it helps with the total. So, knob removed from play. The boys don't last too long. They smash hard if they can strike at full strength, but they don't last too long after that. So, you can tap in against me if you want to. Yeah, but the Whopper damage 2 could cause trouble.
Let's do it.
He's going in.
We die together.
Okay, Space Marines, battle brothers to the end. So I'm going to save my 2 CP. So here we go. Murderfang with his dicing and slicing attacks should make short work of the whole unit of Stormboys out. Patrick stretching for extra dice. 6s will be useful. And there's a heap of 1s, but there's some hits come through. Probably on 2s to wound. I think it's rerollable. Yeah, 5 dead. Nice. Vulnerable saves. 6s. Block 1. 4 dead. Alright. Right, so we'll go for Grog the Whopper next. We'll go 3 on each. Fair's fair.
He must fight last.
Ah, right. So
Because of the Murderous Hurricane, so...
yes, the Hurricane on him. That's right, represented by the fluff. So Bloodclaw first.
You go Deathbane. Hits twice. He is strength 6 with an axe. Toughness?
Yeah, I'm at least toughness 6. Dare I say toughness 7. That'll wound on a 6, even with Arda's nails. That's okay, so I don't need to check. And then we'll look for a... what's the minus now? Minus 2.
2 becomes 3 for Soul Doctrine.
Oh, he's got the axe, right. So minus 2, minus 3. So 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up, plus 1, 5, 4 up save, or an in-1 save, 4 plus either way. So looking for a 4, which we block. Okay, he growls back here. Grog's about to swing. I'll go 3 and 3. We'll play it this way with him, so we'll make our attacks back. So going into the Blood Claw, looking for 2s. Yeah, they will hit with a bonus. 2s to end. 2 go through. AP minus 3 becomes AP minus 2 for Armor of Contempt. So 2 5 pluses to stay alive. No, 6 and 1. So we've got him damage 2, so that brings that squad leader down. That'll help us to try and stop Grind from coming through. Hard, and then into Floki here. 2s. Oh, missed with 2. I would rather kill him for sure. So I'm going to CP reroll a hit roll and reroll this one. Yep. And then we'll try and wound. Yes, 2 wounds come through. Invulnerable saves of 4 plus. No and no. Okay, that's 4 damage.
He's gone.
He's gone. Destroyed him. Okay. And that actually helps us for assassination as well. Right, Stormboys trying to strike the Dreadnought here. It's Amy Almo in command here. Looking for 3s. No, looking for 2s. I was going to reroll 1s, but it doesn't do that as well. So we're looking at all those hits, plus a bonus 3 coming through for Goths. And 5s to win. So the Dreadnought's going to live, so it's going to be a problem, but I'm going to force some saves. Armor of Contempt negates their AP minus 1, so regular armor saves of 3 up and 5 dice. Do we mark him? We do. A couple of wounds come through. Alright, 2 wounds taken. Alright, so combat's resolved. It's all quiet across here as far as combats are concerned, but there's an ongoing fight across here. There's heaps of bodies across here. So much stuff has died over on this flank. It's a very hotly contested objective. And really, the 2 flank objectives, I think, will determine the game. Whichever army controls it. If an army controls both of those, plus their home objective, then that will put them in a strong position for sure. And so far, the Orks looking stronger, but there's been a good contest here from the Space Wolves for this one. So we'll do morale, calculate victory points as turn 3 comes to an end for the Space Marines. It's frustrating for the Space Wolves. Their points tally is not bad here, and they're quite a fair bit ahead of the Orks. They've brought points in and continue to bring points in here, and there's possibly more to come. 37 points in total for the Space Wolves at this point. Morale busted across here, just lost 1 model. Morale passed across the other side with the boys, they hold. Warrior Pride brought in 3. Points, nothing for glory kills, which is frustrating. Grind, possibly 2 kills this turn. Orks need to try and match or beat that. And then healthy enough at the start of the command phase here at 8 points picked up for primaries. And then for killing a unit that was on an objective, another 2 points picked up for that. So it's the primaries strong enough for the Space Wolves so far, but Orks trying to switch that around as much as they can. Turn comes to an end. Orks picked up 3 points for assassinations, so 37 points to 17 at this stage. Orks 20 points behind, but they've got a turn in hand. I think they have more resources available. This is the problem for the Space Wolves, and a bit of momentum with the Orks. There's a chance for them to strike, especially over on the left-hand flank, led by the Ripper himself. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Orks next. Alright, so turn 3 for the Orks. Orks have the resources here to respond to the Space Wolves, just more availability of stuff at this point. So Storm Boys, they've jumped out of combat, they're heading off in this direction. They're going to go and hunt the dog on the home objective. Trucks swung out of the way. Finally, this thing gets into action. Daniel Cunningham in command as of the Death Dread. It's going to go after Murderfang. Tricky enough, this one. Grog the Whopper's moving through. I reckon a 6-inch charge will put him into contact there against the Storm Crow. Thunder Crow? Storm Crow.
Storm Crow.
Okay, we're learning the names here. So Patrick always running themed, highly themed armies here, whichever one he's run. It was the Death Guard, the first debut on the army. Yeah,
Yes.
the nautical themed crab clawed army. Yeah, so remember that well. You can backtrack through the Challenger Scorpion games and you can see Patrick's armies that he has used.
Which both of us took part in the Thanos Apocalypse.
That's right. So we haven't actually done your AdMech as a challenge game.
We did, the Tau.
Ah, that was some time ago. Okay, so yes, Patrick's been on the channel a variety of armies for a while. There's another army as well to come, which we can keep a lookout for. And a secret project as well, which we'll keep the secret here, but I've seen it at a preview of it. It's an exciting, and again, a highly themed project as well. But check out Patrick's YouTube channel for more details. So, Bikers have swung out across here, but may well get them involved. The Knob on his own, Lucas Brown in command, is going to lumber single-handedly towards the Dreadnought, but he has firepower support. A lot of firepower support here. 5 copters drifting across, Ben Shaw in support here, and then 4 guns as well. So a lot of firepower resources available. I think it was a good decision to keep these out of trouble during the game because their firepower will prove useful. So then round this side, the 2 empty trucks have gone onto the objective, quite straightforward. Then the boys, the Knobs and the Ripper making their normal moves straight ahead to take the fight to the Space Wolves. Problem here for the Wolves, no interrupt play available from them. So whatever charges go ahead for the Orks, they will strike first. Right, here we go. We're trying to do a psychic interrogation against Stormcrow. Alright, it goes off in a 7. So Patrick can try and deny it.
Nope, but I get a reroll for the staff of the Stormcaller.
No. Alright, goes ahead. 3 victory points and a bonus CP as well. It's alright when that goes ahead.
You are not within 12, so...
With your Psychic Hood, yes. Okay, well remembered. Not quite in range. Right, so Psychic Phase finished. We'll go on to Shooting Phase next.
Rockets, copters.
Yeah. Saved all these. We've done all the daiquiri stuff. Here, him, those, Ripper, who did get a hit with a rocket, but Patrick made a save. The Terminators, the trucks at the back, no damage at all. Lots of Dakar, but no effect. Still got the heavy guns though. This firepower across here. Where to allocate it? I guess the main target with Blizzard Hand, to take him down as priority. If we can get him, that would be very, very useful for the Orks. Yeah, well, God, yes. Yeah, just thinking, I might need a bit of a hand against Murderfang across there as well. So I reckon look out so I can't fire at Murderfang because he's in range of the drop pod, which is useful enough for helping with that. So really, I'm just going to fire the guns, one at a time, into the Dreadnought. It has to be done.
Yeah, I'm going to spend CP.
Popping smoke?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yes. That's the older generation Space Marine Dreadnoughts can do that. And very, very useful indeed, especially against Orc shooting. So you get your own puff.
Ooh.
There you go. Right, first one, fire this close to the battery of guns. So the gun here that's on 4 wounds. Number of shots is 4. 4 guns firing should do something. 5's to hit though, because of smoke. Look how that's helped confuse the Grots. They were really lining up the guns there to take him down, but 4 hits just became the 1.
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8, strength 8. Got the wound. AP minus 3. AP minus 2. 4 up. Honor and contempt. Oh, Right, I presumed he was on a 2-up,
He
so...
doesn't get any cover because he's not an infantry restore.
No.
Yeah. So 5.
5 pluses, okay. There's...
Actually, with Mr. Cook.
Alright, Paul Cook, Imperial Dice. Here, a couple of patrons for the Imperium, no. That's going to be D6 damage -1. Oh, ouch! Oh, ow, ow, ow. Chef Phoenix Lord taking hits here. Feel no pains on 5 dice.
5s.
Block 1. 4 wounds taken, half killed. Next gun. 2 shots in 5s. I think it's going to take both batteries. Missed. Next gun. 6 shots. Ouch. If we can get the hits, the Dreadnought will be in trouble. 2 hits come through and a mortal wound, don't forget. So we'll mark that up here, dropping down to 5 wounds. That's this one here. Grot Guns, they're okay. They can cause trouble. Force to wound. Come on, reroll. Yo! Toughness 8 Dreadnought. Last gun. Number of shots. 5 shots. Can't complain about the rate of fire. Got ourselves 1 hit. God, these guns aren't going to do it. Trying to wound on a 4. No! 4 guns. Dreadnought Defiant. Okay, we're going to have to go to the copters then. They're firepower next. Fire the whole lot. Don't like that Dreadnought. It's got to go. So this is a number of shots. Ooh. This is 10d3. So we're looking at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 shots. That's a high rate of fire from these. Going to be hitting on 6s though. Because of the -1.
That might save it. You missed that one.
Oh, didn't pick it up. Oh. Oh, dear. Full credit to Patrick's honesty here, but it's resulted in a hit coming through. But he stopped. He stopped all those. Strength 8. 4s. 2 make it through. 2 at -2 this time. 2 4-ups. Pass just one of those and you'll survive. Ah, the Dreadnought's alive.
Nicholas Lucas.
Nicholas Lucas.
Imperial, Grey Knights, Knights, Admech. Well built stuff.
Here it comes.
Lovely. We'll do him again for the second one.
Oh, no, 2 4s. Oh, Patreon kept the Dreadnought alive. It's half destroyed, but it survived. A ton of firepower from the Orks. I would say about 350 points worth of firepower has been directed against him. My main heavy weaponry, the Dreadnought's tanked it. Well done. Okay, so firepower complete. Tough going here for the Orks against these resilient Space Wolf units. We'll go on to charges, see if we can break them in combat. Alright, well, we've got ourselves some combats where we're not guaranteed kills here for the Orks. They're tough combats. They could go either way. We might not get the kill on here. We may not get the kill here, and it's going to be a struggle to get that one. We may not get the kill with the Ripper. You're boasting a 3+ invulnerable save with him. Right, it's not going to be easy at all, and then the Terminators are tough enough. It's only big choppers that we're equipped with. The AP- want to be ignored for armor of contempt, so Patrick will sit quite comfortably on a 2-up. Armor save. So these combats are not easy for the Orks. This is not a simple mopping up action. They've got to really try and break the Space Wolves, and these combats could go either way. So this is it. Orks, though, on the charge, we will get to swing first, which is vitally important for them. Maybe start across here. So the Death Dread, try and take off 6 wounds here from the Bone Taker. This is a tough one. Okay, so we reckon I'm on 8 attacks. 3 attacks base, 4 Dread Claws, and then the Warg still continuing on. 6s will be good, 3s for hits. Can't really complain about that one. We'll chuck in 2 bonus hits. We'll now try and wound on 3s. Strength 12, toughness 7 though. Right. Now we'll just think carefully. I'm going to... Oh boy, I've got 2 CP. If that Dreadnought survives, I'm dead. I've got to think carefully about this. 2 CP would be useful to try and make him damage 3. against the Dreadnought, but I'll have to think about this one. I don't think I can kill him, so what's the point? I'm going to try and make sure I kill this, otherwise the Orks could find themselves in a bit of trouble. So I'm going to CP reroll wound on a 3+. Right, so now it's going to be 6 saves to make. We'll take that CP away. Orks have 1 left. So 6 saves, -3, -2, 5 ups. 6 saves of 5+. Just tipping the odds over into unlikely survival, but not impossible. Last of the Patreons, Maxfield Knuckles. So his 1 dice will become 6.
We'll call upon the knuckle bones of Maxfield Knuckles.
Yes, that's right. Here we go. Big roll. Oh, no. He's gone. Okay. Alright, does he blow up? Could kill the Death Dread here. Doesn't blow up, okay. That's Phoenix Lord taking out Phoenix Lord. So that's Daniel Cunningham has just destroyed. That Chef?
Miss Amy Almo.
That's Amy Almo. Alright, gone. Target destroyed. Okay. It is a bit of a battle of the Phoenix Lords here. There's others fighting. It's Chef against Lucas Brown as well here in the centre. Very important combat. Alright, so that's the situation with him. I'll leave him where he is. He's planted himself on the objective and has helped secure that actually. So good work for the Death Dread. Useful little unit. Helping out. Ripper's little helper, as is known. And then we'll move on to Grog here. So 5 attack space +1 for the Warg. Going into Stormcrow. So 2s for our hits. No, we'll hold it right there. Because we've got a storm cloud over us. You'll swing against me first.
You must find us.
So we'll negate that one. Forget that one. We're going to the Mega Knob next. 3 attack space +1 for the Warg. In 4s. 6s have been incredibly helpful. Just 2 come free. If I'd positioned him better, I could have got +1 to my hit rolls. But he's too far away. So just the 2 hits come through. 3s to wound. 1 wound comes through. I knew this would happen. 1 wound comes through. It's -3. No. 1 damage. Would have been 2, but...
Got no pain?
Yeah. No, just the 1. Patrick's rolled. It's 2 2s, so he's going to let that wound go through. In which case, it is 3 wounds left on the Dreadnought. Very much alive. And you can use the whisk now on the Mega Knob. We'll go with the Ripper next. A big combat for the Orks. 6 attacks for old Ripper. Both war bosses competing with each other here. Ripper on the left, Grog on the right. We'll see if the Ripper can keep the momentum going. This is a big combat for him. 2s. Alright, take that away, add it back in. Sorry. That's missed. Keep it to the side. 2s to wound. Keep that to the side. Okay, so we're going to ask Patrick to make invulnerable saves of 3+ on 4 dice. Patreon's all gone. It's down to the frosty dice now. Don't roll 1s and 2s. 1's made it through. Alright, 3 damage.
3 damage.
So that goes through.
He has a 6 of feel no pain.
Okay, those go to that pile. This is for the Warlord trait.
Nope.
No feel, no pains. And now I'll attack him with the Warlord trait here. 5 attacks in 2s. 2 misses. Ooh, boy, oh boy. 2s to wound. Another has failed. So, how many wounds has he got? 5 or 6. You've got to pass both. You have to pass 2 3+. This is really painful. I sense you'll fail 1. No, he's passed both. Oh, he lives. Ripper could be in trouble here. He's going to get hit with a hammer. Well done. Good defiance. 3+ invulnerable save. Absolutely solid as a rock.
That would be his saga. So now he's generating a 6 of feel no pain for the Terminators.
Nice.
For anybody within 6-inch core units within 6 inches.
So that's the view. Those 2 locked in Mortal Kombat. Ripper's failed to bring him down. 2 wounds left on that character. So Ripper could find himself in trouble. Alright, this is the knobs looking for 2s because of the Ripper nearby. No 6, 1 6. We're on 2s to wound. We can hit efficiently and wound efficiently, but the save and throw is the problem. So again, it's this Ork tactic of just saturation of saves required. 14 2-ups damage 2 each time here for the Terminators. It's a lot of saves, but 2 up is...
14.
Yeah.
2s.
So big frosty one's not good.
2 of them.
Okay.
6 of feel no pain.
Damage 2. So 4. Double 6 to keep model alive. No and no. Alright, so we've only killed 1 Terminator. Struggling here. Right, boys, next. This is the knob with the chopper. Hitting on 2s again because they are near the Ripper. I'll add that one in as a bonus. The Goths. Ah! Gee. 1. 2 up.
Sorry.
Off the board.
No.
Not a frosty. 2 wounds. Feel no pains are 6s. The first one, it's 2 damage. Blocked that one. Well done. No, alright, so 1 wound taken on one of the Terminators. And then we'll go for regular boys, which will be base of 2 attacks, slugger, or chopper, and then also the warg. So 4 attacks each. Alright, here we go. This is the boys. Ones can be taken away. The Ripper's helping them fight efficiently. A couple of bonus hits coming through. Ideal situation for us is to bring down a Terminator if we can. It's one of them's taking a wound. So I'll give her 3s to wound because we're strength 6 on the charge. Okay, so yeah, we're going to ask Patrick to make a dozen saves. That rolled over, but it was still a qualifying wound.
2s?
Yeah, 2 ups. A wound taken, just the 1.
Damage 1?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not passed, alright. Okay, Terminators have weathered that storm very, very well indeed, actually. And then the Ripper may well find himself in trouble. Yeah, shield wall holds. So, now the Space Wolves can strike back. Refusal to die from them. Right, it's round here first. Stormcrow to fight against Grot Guns.
3 attacks plus 1 for shock assault. Hit on 2s. It's in core units that we roll. Yeah, for real. So.
My shoulder barge, by the way, failed. I rolled a 1 for the mortal wounds, which would have been useful.
4, 5, 6. Strength 7. 3 to wound.
Your strength 7.
Yes.
Right. There's Arda's now, so you can -1 from that. I'm just going to check my toughness. I think it's toughness 6 on him. Yeah, forced to wound of Arda's now, so toughness 6.
2 go through.
2 go through, yep. What's the AP minus?
-2 becomes 3 for the assault doctrine.
-3 is 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up, and then +1 to armor save to crush an armor, or a 4+ invulnerable save. Either way, it's 4 pluses. And that was how many?
2.
2. 2 4 ups here. Oh, we passed both. What a solid rock hard git he is. I'll swing. Talked about your character, not. So we'll strike back here. 5 attacks base and 1 for the warg. 2s for its. They've all lit with a bonus. Wounding on 2s. All of them except 1. 6 saves, -3. -2 for Armour of Contempt. 4 ups.
4 ups.
It's damage 2 each time. Be careful.
3 go through.
Yeah, 6 damage.
I've got nothing.
There's nothing
And
left.
he's got exactly 6 wounds.
Oh, whopped him. Oh dear. Character remove. That's the end of him. He might leave the Psyker alone now to help me out with my warp rituals here. So, we'll not go into... We'll think about this one. We could head on into combat against the Grey Hunters. Oh, you could think about this one. Because it would shut them down to a degree. Yeah, we've done it. We've gone in. It fits the character of Grog here. He's wandered into the unit now. The idea is to shut them down, stop them shooting, determine what they do. Their options are to stay in combat or fall back. Obviously, Patrick's going to get to swing with them here. So, next combat. You can do them if you want to, just to get that done. So, we'll tap them in. They'll all fight. It's not going to be a problem. There's a power axe in the squad. The rest are equipped with chainswords. Terminator's equipped with just like a close combat weapon.
Yes.
Him, combat knife.
It's just going to slap him with a shield, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Which will do first? This is Ulfgar Bane's shield.
Okay. Going to shoulder barge back against the boss.
I wound you twice.
Yeah. Yeah, defiant. -1/+1, so we're on 2s. Blocked that. Okay.
Grey Hunters, 1 attack, +1 for chainsaw, +1 for shock assault.
Sure.
3, 6, 9, 12.
Okay, 12 attacks for these. Hitting on 2s.
2s. Rerolling 1s because of Bjorn.
Yes. And looking for...
There's a 6 for an extra 1.
Yep. Looking for 6s to wound because of Arda's nails.
No.
Nyan.
Oh, this is the day where I wish I made the snowflake 6s.
Look at that. Grog the Whopper. Arda's nails here. Power axe.
Power axe, that's right.
Only the toughest of orcs could wander into a Space Wolf unit like that and come off with no wounds.
No,
none. Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, you just had a huge towering as orc war boss surrounded by a lightning storm wander into your lines. Grog the Whopper heading towards the centre of the table. Nothing's going to stand in his way. Off he goes. All right, so that's that resolved. You can do this one across here to try and take out the Mega Knob. I'd love to survive. It'd be tactically so useful, but it's exceptionally unlikely.
5 attacks, +1 for shock assault.
Yeah. 2s.
2s with the whisk. There's an extra.
Right. Savage Fury, yeah.
2s to wound.
2s to wound, toughness 5. But
Rerollable. It's a claw.
yeah, I've used it before myself. It's mightily good. 7. At -4, I reckon.
-4 becomes -5 because of the assault doctrine.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I can't even roll. It's a good
But you
point.
have your 6 event ones.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's okay. 5d6 damage. He's gone. That's Phoenix Lord slain. There's 4 of them gone now out of 10. That's Chef destroying Lucas Brown there. So good work from him.
He will consolidate. Oh, no, that's closest.
Closest. Sit where he is. All right, so we'll switch around the other side of the table. Can the Ripper survive? He's lighter armed. He's up against a tough Terminator here. So Terminators first. Hammer, first of all, to be used. This is going into the knobs.
Sigurd, the Dawn Hammer.
3s. All right.
There's an extra.
Nice.
2s. Reroll 1s because the Jarl is present. 4 wounds.
Strength. No, yeah, that's
3.
right. Yeah,
Excuse me.
3 wounds come through. A -3 at this stage of the game. So that's 3 orc knobs gone. I keep forgetting. Don't worry, it's going to go soon. I don't need to keep remembering. No, it would have been handy to pass some of those. Knobs been hit hard here.
And then shields.
Yeah, this is the others fighting against the knobs.
Oh, there's a few 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Savage Fury.
5s.
5s.
Rerolling 1s. There's a few. There's definitely a few. 5.
5.
-2.
-1.
-1. 5 ups. Block 2. It's enough to kill one. And leave the last model alive with a wound remaining.
Unbelievable.
Patrick's rolling up here. Just the attacks against the boys. Nothing. Alright, so it sits like that. But the main target was to go after the knobs, and Patrick's decimated them. Ripper needs to survive this.
Right. 4 attacks. +1 for shock assault.
6s will be good.
Will be excellent. This is Mjolnir Sandahal. You will hit on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
You are a character, therefore he may re-roll his hit rolls against you.
Oh, no.
No 6s.
Mm.
That is frustrating.
I'm toughness 6.
Strength 10.
3s. This is a big roll. Very big roll. They've all... Oh, no. Yeah, it's whole facing that 4, so that's fine. 3 have made it through.
AP -4.
I have an invuln save. I think it's 5+. So it looks like the odds are Ripper's going to go. He's gone.
4 damage.
4 damage?
Because you are a character.
Oh, wow, well done. Nothing I can do about that. That's JP trying to sneak up on that Terminator there. But we've met our match in the form of Rockfist or Thunderhowl. I will. That as that's humbled the Ripper here. The lighter armed war boss succumbing to the heavily armed Terminator.
To tell you the truth, no matter what happened in this game, all I really wanted was for him to kill the Ripper.
Ah, right. I think any of the challenge Scorpion games, people just want to go after the Ripper when they play against the Orks. But well done. The two have clashed. Ripper had his chance, can't complain. But the shield stood firm and was able to swing just about because there were 2 wounds left, so it was close enough.
Free up invuln is
very useful indeed, especially against the Killer Claw.
As you said, with Armour of Contempt as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't...
Brilliant character.
Still gets that, I think, because it's not technically a Storm Shield, but I'm not sure if it's been FAQ'd or...
how many points is this?
I don't think it's been relevant this game, but he's 110 points.
Oh, bargain. Okay. Yes, I'm just chewing over these things here. There's a potentially decent character added to my own Space Wolves list. He's very good indeed, actually. Very good, for sure. Okay, so combat's resolved across the board. It hasn't gone the Orcs' way entirely. Mixed results through here. Space Wolves, a bit thin on the ground, though, is the problem. Limited on units, but they're certainly not out of the fight yet. The Orcs certainly not having their own way at this stage. Alright, so turn comes to an end. Here, Orcs have caught up now with points. Patrick's picked up a couple more for glory kills. That's 39 points to the Space Wolves. Orcs picking up 8 points to primaries. 2 points because we killed a unit on top of the objective. Then we picked up points for assassination for killing the Psyker. And then Stomp of Good 4 points coming through. We killed 4 units in close combat to Patrick's 2. So that's put the Orcs on 41 points to 39. They're just ahead, but not by much. So the battle continues. The main issue now for the Space Wolves will be resources left. They've got some very large units indeed. I'd say the Space Wolves have tipped this combat, or this flank, in their favour now with the loss of Gut Ripper and the Nobs being decimated. And there's a wandering character that's free to fight. So Space Wolves doing much better there. There's resources in the middle. A lot of Orc stuff, and over on this flank is a problem now for the Space Wolves with the Defiant Death Dread. So tough choices to make again for the Space Wolves. The resources are available. We'll go on to their turn 4 next. Alright, so movement here on turn 4. This game is going to go through to the final stages. Going to have to go on to turn 4 for sure, turn 5 perhaps here. So, characters hunting characters. Chef's now spun around, is going to go after the Daniel Cunningham Death Dread, which is going to be in serious trouble. It's going to be whisked and destroyed very quickly indeed, if that charge goes ahead, which it most likely will. Rockfist or Thunderhowl here, he's spun around, he's at the edge of the building, just on the corner on the other side, with a stretchy charge here through to Grog. Patrick's going for the double war boss kill. Even if the Orcs win this game, that'll be some pride lost for them. But we're against a proud Space Marine chapter. The Space Wolves, they have fighting pride to think of as well. Combat continues against the Orcs across the other side. They'll be comfortable enough fighting against the boys and the Dobs. And backing off for the Wolf, where it's gone inside the bunker, sheltered away, and has been told to sit on the objective just to reap in the points. Despite all the damage done, 8 points picked up for primaries. A steady flow continues here for the Space Wolves. So keeping the game tight. We'll go on to straight on to shooting phase next. Going to throw the Thunderhammer through the window into Grog's face.
Sorry.
Off the board.
Hit.
Gets the hit.
So strength 10, 3s to wound becomes 4s.
4s to wound for Arders. Nails.
Is that everything, not just combat?
Everything.
Everything. A wound, plum wound.
What's the minus on that?
Will be AP -4 because you're a character.
God, 4+ invulnerable save it. with the whopper. He takes it. Okay. I have a good mind to throw my axe at you. wouldn't get it back though. It'd take him 3 turns to go and find it. Okay, so we'll hold there. All right, but a small arms, firepower. It's firepower from this dreadnought available as well. Okay, so the rest of the firepower's been resolved. Bit of Dakar here against the Storm Boys. Nothing coming through. Here, heavy flame put a wound onto the Death Dread, and 4 wounds put onto the truck, almost destroyed it with the multi-arter. That is shooting done. We'll go on to charges next. Right, so in he goes. The Whisk here, or the Blizzard Hand, and then now we're looking for the Thunder Howl to make it through against Grog the Whopper. Big roll up.
Not sure what it is, but...
Kill the second war boss. This is huge. Yeah, 11. He's up for the fight for sure. Oh no. And this is of damage 4.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm gonna lose another one here. This is not good. Well, hang on a second. Choose your combat wisely. I can interrupt play. Oh boy, getting towards the end of the game is a massive decision for Patrick to make here. Which combat does he do? Death Dread will kill you if you don't fight first. The Whopper will kill you if you don't fight first. So all of a sudden, Patrick's landed himself into the ultimate conundrum here. This is a tough choice to make. Did you see that coming? We've got 2 CP here. We're ready to go. I am going to interrupt one of those combats.
I missed it, yeah. Oh, I still would have done it, but because I wanted the points for my Warrior Pride and stuff. But
they're 2 epic combats. Pride Legacy demands this and this. Yeah, no, we'll let Patrick think here. It's this Phoenix Lord's involved with this as well. Chris Comiskey. Did you put a Phoenix Lord in him? No, God, right. And then across it, Chef versus Daniel Cunningham. Well, let Patrick think about this one. This is ultimately a very, very tough decision for sure. Whichever one you choose, you'll probably win. Whichever one doesn't get chosen will probably die. So that'll make your decision a bit easier. Okay, we'll let Patrick make his choice. We're capturing a bit of the thought process here. It's super tough. If Grog lives, if Patrick fights across here and Grog's allowed to fight, and if I bring him down with Grog, the ego of Grog the Whopper will go through the roof here, surviving beyond Gut Ripper. So there's that to think about. Patrick, either of those combats would more than likely win either of those.
I can't see the idea of Grog's about to him, but
I think he's leaning towards this. But
3 up in bun.
Your worst situation is you pick a combat and I survive it.
Yeah.
Then there's huge trouble. I'm more likely to survive that.
There are more points here available.
Right.
A vehicle is 3 points, character is 2 points.
Right, so we've got tactical.
Also, if I kill this, that's somebody on an objective. I also take the objective back.
Ooh. Oh. And if I fight first, I will probably. The odds are I'll kill you. There's 3 wounds left.
Chef will fight first.
Oh no!
Oh, I don't.
Final choice.
I don't want to do this.
We'll call James. James! Come here. Well, summons an Imperial diehard zealot whose judgment is always clouded by the light of the Emperor. James is going to have a look at this. He bursts into the room. Right, Imperial man. Grog the Whopper with 6 wounds left, fighting against Rock Fist here with the hammer or Thunder Howl.
Yeah, he's got a 3 up in bun save on him.
So he could tank it.
He could tank it.
Or you've got, because I could interrupt either of these 2 combats, this is the problem. Or the Death Dread, which will die if Patrick goes first, but if Patrick doesn't, I'll interrupt, fight back with a high enough chance of destroying Bjorn, aka the Blizzard Hand, or the Whisk as he's become known.
He's, yeah.
James is confused with the technical stuff going on, but what does your gut tell you, James? What does your Imperial Zealot brain demand?
So he's got 3 wounds.
Yeah.
He's got 7.
He will very much likely kill the Death Dread.
It's one of those moments in a game where you
He
just
doesn't
have to
crack it in, I'm saying.
chew this one over.
3-up save, toughness 8, 5-up for no penny.
What strength is that weapon?
Like 14.
I say go with your strength to guarantee the kill, at least. The worst situation for Patrick is if I survive this and swing with both.
I'd say attack with a dreadnought.
I think so. I think I've got to
But, James, hold it right there. Thunderhowl has already killed the Ripper, and he's on target to try and kill the second war boss. So pride level 11 out of 10 to try and bring down the second Arders Now's war boss, Grot Guns.
Sorry, strength 12 on the tree.
My favourite honour, in my opinion, I love it when Loyalist Dreadnoughts kill Xenos Dreadnoughts.
Oh.
I think I'm going to
There's something about that.
We're leaning towards Chef fighting first.
We're going to let Chef fight first.
And perhaps some of the Phoenix Lords shouting at the screen here.
I'm going to put my faith, as I always have done, in the shield wall. And
Have faith in the shield wall. Make the most of your invuln.
That's what it does. That's what it's supposed to do. So we're just going to have to tank it.
Right, go ahead. Take him down.
First.
Daniel Cunningham in trouble.
Blizzard Hand. 5 attacks plus 1. Oh, he's ready.
You've all hit.
Extra 1 for Savage Fury.
Strength.
12 actually. Toughness?
6 or 7, yeah, 7, yeah.
2, maybe 3.
Well, that's what we need to.
Yeah, all right, we'll
maybe,
check.
No, I think it is toughness 7. The dreadnought.
Okay,
The
James,
Death Dread.
James thinks he knows Orks stats here.
Toughness 7, I reckon.
It's heavy support.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's probably 7 then. I'm so sorry, I do not know.
He doesn't know the codex.
It's toughness 7.
It's up to 7.
3's to win, but it is rerollable. The claw.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. We're gonna go.
Yes, it's a full house.
Which is 7d6 damage. Goodbye. Or roll to see.
Are you still getting your invuln?
No, that's gone. Do we detonate? No. Alright, nice clean kill. Phoenix Lord slain. That's the damage coming through. It's enough to kill virtually 2 of those. So, removed from play. Objective's been cleared and held as well. So that's another good result. And there's all the bonuses and the points coming through. So tactically the best choice to make. I love that Death Dread model. It's so good, but it's been destroyed. So I will use 2 CP to interrupt play with the Grot Guns.
Raise the shield.
Shield held high. 5 attacks.
Have faith in the shield and the Emperor. And for us.
Eyes having your shield, and I'm going to eat my grog from that shield. After
For your Space Wolves.
For us.
bonus hit coming through. 6 hits, 2's to wound. All of them.
All of them!
6. 8 minus 3. It's 3 plus invuln saves, and you have to pass all of them on 6 dice.
Begone beast.
No, you do not. Oh, yes, you do, because it's 2 damage. So, yeah. First one, dead. He's gone.
Do I have a CP over there? Move your hand.
You do?
I do.
Alright. We can roll all your saves first, and then see whether it's worth rolling the CP. It is not, sadly. 6 damage taken.
What if?
What if what? You'd survived?
If he survived.
Go ahead, yeah, roll it up. Just see what happens. I've killed him, but we'll let Patrick dream.
Because people will be.
So looking for 3s
Full house.
with 2 over bonus. So what are you wounding me on?
Wounding you, I'm strength 10.
So you'd be wounding me on 4s. So those go through?
They do 4 AP minus 4.
4 plus. I'd be dead. Well, well, well.
8 damage in total.
Well, well, well. Okay, so
Well, at least he killed a war boss.
he did, but not a second. Grog Guns
Now, whose turn
is
is it?
defiant. That's Chris Comiskey fighting there in the centre. All right, so Patrick's away to mourn the loss of one hero to celebrate the victory of another.
Could we find out if the Death Dread would have killed the Fell-Handed?
You want to do a what if scenario on that one? Yeah, sure. Right. So here we go. 3 attack space plus 4 for a bristling number of Dreadclaws.
Would you have charged, of course?
Looking for 3s.
Oh dear.
Bonus it comes through for Goths. Looking for 3s to wound. Just 2 would have come through.
Minus.
It'd be enough to kill you. Minus 3.
I'm content.
5s. Blocked 1. Damage 3 becomes damage 2. Survival.
Ignores them both.
Would have ignored both. Would have taken no damage.
Now the Dreadnought fight back.
Killed him.
No, killed him. Dragon went first. So there you go. That's the what-if scenarios lined up here. But it's 1 each here. Orks keeping some pride here, keeping that second war boss alive, who's still, after all that he's been through, taken just a single wound. Grot Guns. Remember that name. So names to be remembered here for both sides. Combat's come to an end, I think. No. We've got combats across there. Okay. Alrighty. So combat's resolved across the board, done round and wrapped up here. So the Nob squad wiped out. A couple of boys lost as well. They've since passed route and caused a wound back on those Terminators. But again, Patrick winning the combat over on this flank. But I guess the boys now are kind of holding up the Terminators, just keeping them held up on that flank whilst the Orks harvest the points for that corner objective. And then Grog here in the middle, as we've seen. We'll calculate points at this stage here at the end of turn 4 for the Space Wolves. Alright, so turn comes to them, points coming in. Space Wolves have got themselves ahead again. Healthy amount of points been picked up for primaries, plus the 3 bonus points for the mission as well, with recapturing an objective, killing an enemy unit on objective, 3 points picked up for that, 8 points for primaries. That's 37 points for primaries. Warrior Pride coming through, 3 points. Glory kills going up as well to 10 in total. Grind them down, possibly coming through with 2 kills. So 56 points to the Space Wolves. Orks picked up 3 more for another assassination, so 44 points to them. So Space Wolves ahead by a bit. This is a tight game here. Orks had an opportunity now to try and get themselves ahead and to try and knock down the Space Wolf units as much as possible. There's not too much left for them, but Orks have taken a hammering as well, losing a lot of stuff in this game as well. It looks like the strongest stuff that the Orks have is its firepower, which has survived the battle. Now can start to, or continue on with its firepower against Space Wolf units. We're going to turn 4 for the Orks next. Alright, moving for the Orks, surging ahead with the copters. The idea is to shoot across against the Terminators where the boys have fallen back, and then potentially charge targets. Zog's moved up as well. Grog the Whopper moving on to the central objective, preparing to charge. Where boys moved up. Trucks stay where it is. We're going to try and use firepower to clear these if we can. Guns are pushed up a little bit, but no real need to move those, and that's it. Movement done. Psychic phase next. Psychic phase finished. No psychic to block now, so Ritual goes off, gained a CP, so back up to 2, and 3 victory points picked up. Not too bad, that one. Interesting task for the weird boy. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Orks on turn 4. Shooting phase resolved. Blizzard Hand's been removed. Massed artillery firepower finally just about managed to bring him down.
Oh, Chef.
Yeah, Chef's gone, but valiant stuff from him here in this game. So then across the copters, we decided to go into the Wolves holding the central objective, but no damage coming through at all. That 2-up save holding, negating our -2 of armour of contempt and cover, and a wound put on the Terminators, a bit of Dakka from the trucks. That's firepower done. So, and then across here, a wound taken on the Terminators. That's Longbow BB squad still fighting away and surviving on the board. We're going to charges next for the Orks on turn 4. Right, charges across. They've sent the copters in. We've stacked them up a little bit, but they're just on this level here. Those 3, those 2 have gone across. The bikers have gone in. Grog's gone in. Shoulder barge caused a mortal wound on the Terminator, but didn't kill him. Then not charging here. Charged in there against the dog at the back. So that's charges done. We'll get these combats resolved. All right, combats resolved. It was brutal in the end, but there was some success though for the Space Wolves. So multiple units, same old tactic again, just slamming a load of stuff in. It was Grog Duopper that led the way. He cracked open the shield quite symbolically of the Terminator, brought him down. Then the axe began hacking down other Marines, another 4 of them slain. The bikers, led by Zog, finished off the last of the Marines in the middle. That's that objective captured. Then over in the bunker, the dog was slain, so that's that objective cleared as well. Terminators, so they get a 3 heroic intervention. We fell back out of combat, but not far enough. They went in and destroyed the Ork boys. They're gone, and then Patrick's since made a consolidation move onto the objective. So success over there, but there's 3 models left on the table, plus the drop pod. So the battle is over here. It is victory for the Orks. We'll calculate points, what would have been scored for both sides on turn 5. But Orks have victory, but it's not been easy for sure. It's been a tough slog against the Space Wolves. It's been hard breaking them here. The Ork tactic, just brute force and ignorance, throwing units in, trying to overwhelm targets. It has worked, but it's cost them dearly in places. For sure, casualties have been heavy on both sides, but Xenos Ork filth prevails here in this sector. Alright, turn comes to an end. We've calculated points and what would have been picked up by both sides. So we can show you the sheet across here. The scoreline is tight enough at the end of this battle. So secondaries are strong for the Space Wolves, or primaries are strong for them, apart from turn 5, which made the difference. Orks just about managed to make that pay off. Warrior Pride was decent enough, 9 points coming through, 41 points for primaries. Glory Kills was a good choice, 13 points. Grind was difficult, it was close enough. The kills were coming through for Space Wolves, but Orks were managing to match that and stop that. That made the difference. So these 2 aspects here, not getting objectives at the end of the game, just running out of stuff and grind them down the struggle, made the difference in this battle. For Orks, strong enough on primaries, 44 points out of 45. Assassination went well, 13 points, including the Warlord. Psychic Interrogation was okay, generating 3 CP during the game and 9 victory points. And Stomp 'em Good went okay for the Orks. They kept the momentum going, kept the units destroying their targets, so those points coming through. So 77 points to the Orks, 63 points though to the Space Wolves. It was a close enough fight. As you said, the damage has been heavy on both sides, but in this particular fight it really could have gone either way. Despite the Space Wolves being outnumbered, Orks saturating targets, they did manage to faithfully keep those points flowing through, and the game could have gone the way of the Space Wolves. But in this fight, the Orks have managed to tip it. 1 war boss down, but 1 has led the Orks to victory here. So we're just thinking about units of the game for both sides. I'll call out the silver level patrons, which is David Hurd, Denny Wright, Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Peter Goodall, Ross Caldwell, William Schwarz and Zachary Lee. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. So, number of contenders for both sides for units of the game. So, Beyond the Fell-Handed, aka the Blizzard Hand in this game, that's unit of the game for the Space Wolves. Solid Dreadnought, took ages to try and bring it down, decent firepower, and what it touched it killed pretty much in close combat. It's dangerous enough. The Kitchen Whisk, no, it's diced up the Orks for sure in this battle. Honourable mention, Patrick's pointed out the Deathcopters, they were not destroyed, they floated around, delivering payloads of rockets into Space Wolf targets, and you can see them survive through to the end of the game and clustered onto the main objective. But the glory goes to the guy in the middle. The Arders, Nows, axe-swinging, bad-breathed, muscly, sweaty heap of a war boss, the Xenos Filth King himself. Grog raises both hands with his double-handed axe into the sky and says, "I'm the biggest boss. Where's the Ripper? Where is he?" So Grog the Whopper is the unit of the game here in this battle. Solid as a rock. Arders Nows living up to his title here. Surviving what was thrown against him, and overcoming targets in close combat and making it through to the central objective. So big innings from him. Chris Comiskey in charge, so glory to Chris, the Phoenix Lord as well. But good battle, always a good matchup, Space Wolves against Orks, but in this particular fight, the Orks have prevailed. Big thanks to Patrick Darling for coming down and joining in, for taking part in the Challenge Scorpion game. Congratulations to him with his brand new army for the Space Wolves. You can check out his channel, link for that in the video description, or check out the comment section. Patrick will leave a comment. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.